There we go. Ready to roll. Did you see the video of my new shoes?
Yeah, those are some neat shoes.
Let me pull them up really quick. These are fucking awesome, bro. And then they're dropping, I don't know if you know, they're dropping Hispanic Heritage Month. And I
Oh,
think
those will be sick.
there you go, a little AEW on the side, on the back, on the heel, on the side, or it's not on the side, but honestly, this is a cool little shoe.
What brand shoes?
Diodora, I've never heard of it,
Yeah, I've never
honestly.
heard of them either.
Either way, I mean, not too bad. 120 for that. I mean, that's right around where, like Nike and all that bullshit is.
Yeah.
Either way, that's not a plug for them. This is the beginning of the let's get it started. The DAAAGenerates podcast over here. Let's see. This is episode number 109 of the DAAAGenerates podcast. Let's welcome in here Nicholas Johnston, one of the co-hosts. To my left, right, middle, center. It don't matter because we're over on Zoom. It don't fucking matter. It's the internet. It's Wild Bill. Where the hell are you? How the hell are you, Jim?
Hey, man, we're doing fucking great. Happy Tuesday. I'm a little banged up at the moment. I sprained my knee over the weekend golfing.
Yes.
And I re-injured it at fucking work again today. So we're a little banged up, but we're doing good. Those are some sick ass shoes you were just showing me. Fuck yeah. Are you gonna wear them? Are you gonna wear
Oh
them
yeah, I'll bust them out
this
a little
fucking
bit.
weekend?
Yeah, Forbidden Door. I'm gonna wear them for sure, without a doubt.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, again, you guys can't see my fucking smiling face. My laptop is busted. I got to send it into HP. They're going to fucking try and fuck with it, figure out what's going on. It's working right now. Like I'm on it right now, obviously recording on my phone, but I'm on my laptop and it's working no problem. But it's going to shit out at me on some point. So overall, we're doing good. Another fucking action-packed weekend. Welcome back to the Degenerates podcast.
Woo.
We got a shit ton to talk about.
Oh yes, we do.
Shout out to my wonderful girlfriend. I'm sitting here at my little fucking desk. And for me, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a big candle guy. And I like the fruity candles, like vanilla and like cookie scent, and
that's a good one.
And like lavender. I don't like those. Like that's like what a lot of people like. I don't like those ones. My girlfriend found me a orange dreamsicle Yankee candle. Usually these things are like $30. She found them for like $12.99. They had a big like summer sale going on. Sick. So shout out to my wonderful girlfriend. This thing smells so fucking good. And yeah, man, we're just fucking chilling, ready to talk some sports.
Oh yeah, we got everything on deck. We got baseball,
a bunch of shit.
We got recapping NBA finals. We got wrestling as always to wrap it up. I mean, a little bit of everything.
What's been going on
honestly.
with you? What's been going on with you? I know you had an action-packed weekend.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. Again, we celebrated again, not just last week, but we went ahead and did it this weekend too. When celebrated my girlfriend's birthday, went up to the Dells, went up to the Ho Chunk Casino, little resort thing up there. Actually, pretty cool, little cool casino that they got up there. Not too big, not too crazy, but I mean, for what it was worth, I mean. $15 buy-ins for blackjack, even at midnight, and $10 buy-ins in roulette. I was sitting there at roulette for 2 hours. I was never up more than $10-20, but I only lost $40 there. So I mean, I'll take it for what it's worth. It's the first time her girlfriend playing fucking table games, so good experience for her. And it was just overall fun. Just the hotel, going to the fucking pools and shit, and so that was always fun.
Hey,
like I said, nice little resort up there. Of course, I passed by. There's one in Madison too. So I mean, but
you want to hear a crazy casino story from this weekend that just reminded me of?
What's up?
My grandma loves going over to Rivers Casino whenever she's got nothing to do. This lady's either scrolling on Facebook, gardening, or gambling. That's her life. And she goes to Rivers over there in Rosemont, Des Plaines, wherever it technically is. Yeah. And she plays the same machine every time. It's like a nickel video poker. And she just sits there. She'll sit there for fucking 8 hours and just slowly play this machine.
Okay.
She has gone the last 3 weekends. She goes so much they comp her free money. They give her a free $50, $75, $100, and a free buffet. So she just goes and she spends like a whole Saturday or Sunday at the casino.
Okay.
She went in there 3 weeks ago with a free $50. Turned that $50 into 400. Took 100 of the 400, went back 2 weeks ago, turned it into 300, put the 200 away, so she's got 600 in winnings right now.
Okay.
Took that $100 again, went back last week and walked out with 750.
Oh god.
This old lady has a fucking horseshoe in her ass.
Oh
and
yeah.
she plays five card poker.
5-card. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Deuces Wild. She always sends me pictures of her winnings and stuff. She got, and obviously with the Deuces Wild, she got 4 deuces and an ace, which is technically a like royal flush because the deuce is ever anything.
Yeah.
So 3 weekends in a row, she got royal flushes, which is the highest in the game, with the fucking Deuces Wild. So this lady's been winning mad money at the casino last couple weeks.
That's gnarly. Just cleaning their pockets. That's
awesome. Oh yeah, and all on free money too. She goes there, she eats the buffet, which
the best kind of money.
Have you ever eaten at the buffet at Rivers Casino?
I have not.
It's so good. I mean, usually you hear like casino food. Okay, it's decent.
No, I've heard casino buffets are like top notch. Like back in the day, like that was like the thing to get. Like everyone, when I went out to Vegas, some people were actually very like upset. They're like, "Wow, look at these bars. This used to be where the buffet line used to be." And it was, it was an older couple, not
they
like,
put in
not
these new machines here.
Yeah, no, but
they put in a sports book where the fucking food.
No, straight up, the lady was just like, "That's done and over with." She was completely convinced that like COVID is like taking it over, like it's done, like it's completely done. So I mean, yeah, that's
so,
exactly.
She fucking cleaned up there. If you ever get a chance, or anybody listening, go to the Rivers Casino, spend a little money, and definitely get the buffet there. I think on Saturday nights they have prime rib. Dude, it's like you're going to a steakhouse. Like it's that good. I'm not exaggerating. I think Tuesday or Wednesday nights they got crab legs. It's so fucking good. But decent. Yeah, shout out to her cleaning up at the fucking casino the last couple of weeks. She's probably gonna go again this week and win another 800. Who knows?
It just keeps getting higher and higher. I like that. That. But yeah, we even got that to get talked about. I mean, we got some Obi-Wan to recap if you want to get into that before we get into any sports at all. Otherwise, like the only one little knock, one little tidbit of news I saw. Get ready, football fans, NCAA football fans. The news video game has been announced. The target release date is July 2023. So basically this time next year. I mean, a couple weeks from now, that it should be coming out. I mean, that's fun. That series was the reason I had to rebuy a PS3 off of OfferUp. I mean, during like in the midst of the pandemic, just because I was so bored, and like Big Cat was fucking doing his that Coach Doug's thing. Yeah. I got the itch, so I went out and rebought a PS3, and I bought a bunch of NCAA games sitting on the side. So that was pretty fun. So this ought to be great with the new graphics and fucking, I don't know. Yeah, obviously you got the 100%. PS5. It is going to be phenomenal in next gen. So cannot wait for that. And I mean, I feel like this has just been the carrot that's been dangling in front of us for a couple of years now. They've been saying, "Oh, it's coming out soon. It's coming out soon." Now we finally have some sort of date finalized. So I wish I knew for sure what the source was, but I mean, that's been the main thing. Everyone's been saying that. So that's good news.
Yeah,
good news out of the video game.
Can't wait to play that Heisman mode. That shit was always so fun. I hope they and I say this about all sports games because it's my personal favorite game mode. They incorporate some sort of like online franchise where you can play with your buddies. I don't care what anyone says. You get a group of 10, 15, 20 guys, any sports game, you play a good competitive online franchise. That shit is so fun. I think they used to have it back in the day. And the old NCAA games, like, oh, Nick is fucking Alabama, Bill's Notre Dame, Mike is Auburn, this guy is Illinois, whatever, and you just play your seasons against each other, rack up stupid fucking video game numbers. Yeah,
and not only that, the recruiting,
so sick.
recruiting, renaming the guys just to whoever the fuck you want, just like Mo Lester or something like that. Just the quarterback,
McCringleberry.
Oh yeah, just shit like that. Yeah, it's just so much fun. Yeah, exactly. It's endless. The possibilities are endless, and you can take them deep. I mean, you can. Some people I've heard they take them like 10, 12, 20 years and they actually play this series. Sometimes they'll probably simulate half of the games, but it's probably fun. So yeah, I mean, that's gonna be a lot of fun. But maybe before we get into more sports, we can recap this Obi-Wan because this season finale is coming up. Not tonight, but what tomorrow? Oh, it is tonight. Okay, for
tomorrow,
sure.
Technically 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know. We haven't talked about it the last couple of weeks. Nick's been trying to watch it. He's been real busy. So
I caught it. I'm up. I'm
we finally got caught up. We'll talk about episodes 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5 briefly. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, obviously spoiler alerts ahead because we've had a lot of fucking information in 3, 4, and 5. I feel like we don't have to go chronologically. We could sort of just explain what's going on and what's happened and what we like, what we don't like.
Yeah, let's just hit the high points because honestly, my brain's a little scattered on some points and some parts too. I don't really have much I like obviously a lot of like out of it for me. I guess my takeaway was just maybe just going online again. I mean, I guess we can get to it, but just I don't know where the hate is coming from. Where a lot of people are like, oh, the diehard should not be liking this. I'm not considering myself a diehard as much as you would probably be. I'm not a casual either. Like I know the names and I can sit down and tell you like this part is. If you gave me a true or false test, I'd probably get a 98% on it. That's what I'm trying to say. But like where are we supposed to hate this Obi-Wan series? Like I don't understand. Maybe I'll toss that up to you and then you can just run through this recap with us. I don't know.
Well, I will say I'm a diehard. I've said it and you sort of said it there. I'm a diehard Star Wars fan through and through. I've never really been one to complain about any sort of entertainment, even like the Jurassic World Dominion movie. A lot of people hate it. I like to see the good and all that shit. It's funny. It's fun. It's entertaining. Get the old cast back, yada, yada. Sure, the plot might have been a little fucking weird, but I like all this shit. And any Star Wars to me is good Star Wars, except for The Last Jedi. That's a whole different story. That I understand the hate. I will say there are a couple little there are a couple inconsistencies in the show that they still have time to write. They still have time to explain. But as diehard fans, I could understand where the diehard fans are coming from, where what they're saying. Oh, I don't like this part. I don't like that part. And one of them, we sort of mentioned the whole Princess Leia not knowing who Obi-Wan is in the original series. Like in 3, 4, and 5, we've seen like all this shit Obi-Wan and Leia have done together. And in the original series, there's like no recollection between Obi-Wan and Princess Leia other than like I said, Obi-Wan worked with her father. There is the one scene, like I say all that, and then there is the one scene, and every Star Wars fan will remember this. When Han and Chewie and Luke are busting through the fucking the security bay or whatever, and Luke opens the door and he's standing there and Leia's like, "You're a little short to be a stormtrooper." He's like, "Huh?" And then he pulls off his mask. He's like, "I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. I'm here with Ben Kenobi." And immediately, as soon as he says Ben Kenobi, like Princess Leia shoots up and she's like, "Ben Kenobi?" Like she sort of does know him. Yeah. So that's like the one little iffy part that a lot of people are confused about. But the one big thing, Larry Ogunjobi, former Bengal, former Bear, signs with the Steelers 1 year. Gonna win that Super Bowl with Mitch. Good for Ogunjobi. There you go. Anyway, the big thing that a lot of people don't like right now, and I can even admit I don't like it and I don't understand it, is we now know Reva's backstory. We now know that she was a Padawan at the Jedi Temple and she somehow survived Order 66 after we saw in the flashback Anakin plunged his lightsaber through her chest or stomach, whatever it was. Her living is not the part that I'm upset with. It's the fact that she knows who Darth Vader is. She knows that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker, and she has lived with this her whole life. And even in the scene where the Inquisitor and Darth Vader like leave Reva in the dirt, Darth Vader says, "I foreseen this." Like he called her the Padawan. Like he knew the whole time that Reva was that young Padawan that he stabbed at the Jedi Temple in the flashbacks.
Okay.
Darth Vader's number one thing, he wants no recollection of Anakin Skywalker. He doesn't call himself Anakin Skywalker. If anybody knows that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker, or we've seen it in the comics, we've seen it in some of the books, that like stormtroopers and royal guards and other members of the Empire like see his face on accident, and Darth Vader immediately kills them. Like Darth Vader does not want anybody knowing that he is Anakin Skywalker. Yet in this story, he knows that Reva knows he's Anakin Skywalker, and he lets her live this entire time. Now, my thought is, I think he let her live so she can hunt down Kenobi and Darth Vader can get to Kenobi through her. But still, just the fact that she's living with the knowledge of Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker, I think that's way too much for him to risk, and he wouldn't want to risk that. He would just kill her like he's done everybody else. So that's the big thing. That's the big thing right now. A lot of diehards are complaining about, and I agree. Like, if anybody knows who Darth Vader is, he's killing you. Like, that's it. The only people who know who he is now Obi-Wan, Yoda, and the Emperor. Those are the only people who know Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only thing that I was a little confused on was it for sure that she was stabbed in the fucking what is it called, back the flashback? I thought that was just like a cinematic way of like she gets she was getting stabbed now, but she was like remembering him as Anakin. But he's still Darth Vader now. I don't know. I probably didn't watch it as close.
I think she honestly did get stabbed just.
But she said she said she was. I thought she said she was unharmed and then she just hid underneath dead bodies. I figured
maybe she did. Maybe
that's what I got
make
from
it
that.
Very clear. They didn't make that very clear.
Okay.
I'm under the assumption that she was, because you look at episode 5 and how everything mirrored the flashbacks between. Again,
and I liked it. That was really cool.
Yeah,
that was a great way to do that. And then I think, like you just said, that was the entire like arc, the entire way that they were able to do that episode in I think episode number 4 when Anakin and Obi-Wan were fighting in that little scene, trying to doing practice. That was so much fun to watch.
That was 5. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was
episode 5 there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're all blended together.
I think she does. I think she did get stabbed just because the whole episode sort of mirrored like the flashbacks. And in the flashbacks of her on Coruscant, you see her standing there and Anakin walks through like the end of the tunnel with his lightsaber, drawn. And in real life, she's sitting there on the ground and Darth Vader's coming out with his lightsaber drawn. And he goes to stab her in real life. And then you see at the same time, like the flashback version of herself sort of like make a face as Anakin is driving his lightsaber into her. That's why I think he honestly did. Maybe he didn't. They didn't show it.
And it wasn't very specific, and I could be wrong but too, I think because I could be wrong too, because she later refers to her as, oh, yada yada, you thought you'd get away with this youngling, and he calls her a youngling.
Yeah, she called him youngling.
So he knows. Yeah. He knows who she was.
He knew.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or he knew. He did the Jedi mind trick of fucking right. I can read your fucking thoughts. I can read your brain. I know everything about you right then and there. So I don't know. It's not entirely clear, which is why like I'm confused about why everyone's so mad. It's just like, and not everything is not. There's not a clear answer. It's not clean cut. And I mean, I don't know. It's just fun.
No, it's not. And I think I hope we get a lot more explained tonight, tomorrow, 2 a.m., whatever the fuck it is. I'm staying up to watch this one. It's
You
like
know,
an
I might
hour.
as well do it too because I
It's
don't
an
think
hour
I'm
and
not working. Fuck
36
it.
minutes. Yeah, I'm not working tomorrow because of my knee and a little banged up here on the IL. So
There you
I'm
go.
staying up. I'm gonna watch it. It's like an hour and a half long. So we're basically getting a Star Wars short movie.
Yeah.
What was the other? Going back to episode 4 briefly, the little mission going into the uh Fortress Inquisitorius or whatever the fuck it's called, the Inquisitor's base on
I think
whatever
it's
planet that
pronounced
was.
clitoris, but go ahead.
The Fortress Clitoris. It was just a big vagina protruding out of the ocean.
And shout out to that one lady because she's from Game of Thrones too. And then I just like the connection because that's the Mandalorian and they were brother sister lovers in that show. Shout out to Game of Thrones except for the last season. That's what everyone says.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say her the ending scene where he sort of sneaks Leia off and his jacket is a little cheesy.
Yeah,
but that's so dumb. Like, come on. But the rest of the episode where she's,
honestly, I like that because there's enough controlled chaos going on in that shit where just like everyone on that fucking station had a mission. They don't have time to look left, look right. That's just, I can guess that just goes to show how the fucking Empire runs their shit so tight. So I mean that's what I thought.
Yeah, they run it real tight at the fucking clitoris.
Yeah, just to give it a little like justification, I guess. But I mean, it did look a little ridiculous. Like he's just walking. It's basically like a growth on the side of his leg. It's so plain and obvious.
But that episode, ridiculous. You get a lot of flashbacks or a lot of throwbacks to the Jedi Fallen Order video game with Obi-Wan swimming underneath the fortress to get in.
Cool. That was
you got the one scene where the glass cracks and he uses the Force to redirect the water into the stormtroopers coming through the blast doors. And then the one scene where Leia was sort of trapped in that contraption and the Riva leaves for whatever the distraction that Tara put up, and it's just pitch black and you just see his Obi-Wan's lightsaber ignite and he takes out the stormtroopers. That's straight out of the Star Wars Star Killer video game. I forgot what the name of the video game was, but the Star Killer character. And then you even get a throwback to that same video game, Force Unleashed. That's what it's called. In episode 5, where Darth Vader pulls down the ship, the fleeing ship with the Force.
That was scene.
Sick. And then they pulled the fucking switcheroony and had the other one fly out of there. So that was cool. And that was another throwback to the not Fallen Order. The other video game, I just said it. I got Dane Bramage. Where Star Killer stops an entire Imperial starship from falling in front of him. He uses the Force there. So I like the throwbacks to the video games. I hope we see Cal Kestis. Like, I feel like we have to. I have a fucking theory, and I told you about it, and I just think it'd be absolutely wild. I think how Riva fucking survived the stabbing from Anakin in the flashback was Grogu. We know Grogu.
Yeah, you're ridiculous, but go ahead.
It's not ridiculous. Grogu was there that night. I mean, if you remember the flashbacks in, I believe it was Boba Fett, Mandalorian's part of Boba Fett. You had the flashbacks, and he was there that night. He was getting protected by a bunch of Jedis while they were trying to sneak him out of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. I feel like he might be hiding. Riva gets stabbed and she's hiding and she's about to die. And we've seen it with Grogu in The Mandalorian when he healed Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, using the Force. So I don't think it's that far-fetched. I feel like they might be hiding. They come across each other. Star Wars is all about that mix matching and crossing paths at some point. And everyone knows how popular The Mandalorian and how popular of a character Grogu is. I wouldn't be surprised if Grogu comes across an injured Riva who's just about to die, and he puts his cute little fucking hand. I wish I had my computer working because I'm holding Grogu in front of me right now. And he puts his hand on Riva's fucking belly and he force heals her because that's one of his powers. So you're right. It is far-fetched. That's just the diehard Star Wars fan in me and like the theories that I come up with. I'd go nuts if I saw it. Just a little flashback of baby Grogu healing Reva. That'd be sick.
If that happens, I'll buy you a fucking boat. All yours,
kind of
my
boat?
friend.
What kind of boat?
A gravy boat.
I'll take a gravy boat. Who doesn't like gravy? Actually, you know what? I like gravy, but I don't put gravy on my mashed potatoes. I like potatoes dry.
Oh my god!
I put gravy on like
butter.
When it comes to
butter on there, Jim?
I put a little butter and a little pepper. But when it comes to
pepper
Thanksgiving,
on potatoes is underrated. Continue.
Yeah, it is. I like putting the gravy on my stuffing and my turkey at Thanksgiving. I don't put it on the mashed potatoes. I like to eat that dry. But anyway, episodes 3, 4, and 5 have been fucking great. A lot of criticism. People still hate Reva because she's black. Shut the fuck up. I love
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's basically what it is.
I love her story arc. I obviously we're gonna find out in a couple hours. I feel like she has to die because she now knows that Luke and Leia are alive and they are the offspring of Anakin Skywalker. She found it out on Obi-Wan's little hologram device that fucking the one fake Jedi guy dropped as he was getting out of the transport. So she found out and she sort of gives a look like, oh my God, what did I just come across? And then the final scene, you see the Obi-Wan or the Skywalker ranch, or not the Skywalker ranch, Uncle Owen's ranch, the little moisture farm, and you see Luke laying in his bed sleeping, and then the episode ends. So
yeah,
we're definitely gonna get some Luke. I want to see which way Reva goes with this. If Reva like tries to team up with Obi-Wan and protect the children, or if she tries to use this information to like gain Vader's trust back. Yeah, and be like, hey, listen, I fucked up. I fucked up. I tried to kill you. I'm sorry, but I know where your children are. I think she's going to try and do that. And Obi-Wan like intercepts her and kills her before she can do that. Because obviously we know Darth Vader doesn't know that his children are alive until it's revealed in episode 5 or whatever it is. So that's my guess. Grogu makes a fucking special guest appearance. Reva tries to use this information that she found out to regain trust with the Empire. And not Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan has to fucking cut her ass down.
Yeah. The only other thing you had, you called it earlier, the original Grand Inquisitor from like what episode 1 and 2 is back. He wasn't dead.
1, yeah, I think.
Yeah. So like you said,
I didn't think he was.
It wouldn't make sense for a cartoon that he was in or something.
You haven't seen that yet, right?
No, I think I tried one night and I was like, holy fuck, there's like 7 seasons and then there's 25, 34 episodes a season.
And it's to be completely honest, there's a lot of filler episodes. If you go, I think
probably
it was on
a Reddit
Disney.
page that
exactly
has like
it was somewhere on there where it was like, watch these episodes. These are the ones these are the important ones.
This is the story episode.
Exactly.
Something like that. Okay.
So
I mean that's cool.
It would have totally gone against that show if he wasn't still alive. And that's why I sort of figured, okay, he's injured, but he's not dead yet. And then the last thing I just remembered right now, Tala, whatever her name was, later the Game of Thrones lady. Yeah. I loved her sacrifice. Her sacrifice.
That was a very lovely scene. Where I almost teared up.
Where the droid gets fucking shot and he sort of in his I'm not going to say breaths because he's a droid. Use the word breaths. But in his final moments, he sort of hunches over her to protect her a little bit. And she looks and she shoots the blast doors and tells Obi-Wan to get out of here. Its final
obligation was to protect at all costs, and it did until it's until.
And I love that.
And that was like chilling. You're just like we wouldn't really realize that unless you like paid attention.
Exactly.
It's such a small side character that you just wouldn't realize. And like they even had that little other scene with the robot where like, is it gonna fuck that stormtrooper up or is it just gonna be chill? And sure enough, it was just chill. Like that's not what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like so that was a very, very cool
shout out to her. That was awesome. As fucked up as it sounds to say, like the title of Star Wars is Star Wars. It's a war and people die in war sometime. And that's why I loved Rogue One so much, because you saw the sacrifice. You saw all the main characters and not minor characters, but all the characters in that movie that were important in the Rebel Alliance that were in Rogue One. They all died for a cause. They all died for what they believed in. And we don't get a lot of that in Star Wars. Like,
oh no, you always hear about it. You're like,
exactly,
you don't want this to like die in vain because of everyone that's made the sacrifice. Now you're seeing the sacrifices. You're seeing
what was the famous line by Mon Mothma in Return of the Jedi? Many Bothans died for this information or whatever. Oh, I want to see the Bothans die to get the fucking, the information for the Death Star or whatever. And her sacrifice was awesome. I liked her storyline. It was sort of predictable. I didn't think she was gonna die, but like, bad guy turned good, sort of get like a little Finn action right there. She turned on the Empire to help out the rebellion. So that was awesome. Her sacrifice was awesome. I'll say this here on the podcast just because I don't give a fuck. Everybody knows like my two favorite Star Wars characters are Qui-Gon Jinn and Chewbacca. When I thought Chewie died in The Rise of Skywalker, I was shook. Like, as bad as the fucking sequels were, when Chewie died, I was like a part of me died. Like, as sad as it would have been, I would have liked to seen that. Like, stuff like that, these characters that you grow to love and connect with. And even like C-3PO, when he has to have his mind wiped and he's like, I'm taking one last look at my friends, and he like sort of dies when he gets his mind wiped or whatever. I like to see shit like that because it's like it's a completion of their story arc, dying and fighting and dying for what they believe in. So
now you just said he got his mind wiped. How did he get his mind wiped?
When they had to do something to his mind.
Could they have not done it to Leia as to why she could have?
They could, but I don't think you can mind wipe a Skywalker.
Okay,
sorry, I don't think you can do that. But there was a storyline in The Rise of Skywalker where they needed to reset C-3PO's settings back to factory or whatever. I'm saying this verbatim. That's not exactly what they said, but they had to like erase his memory for him to do that. So it was the stupid little dagger they had. It had a ancient Sith writing on it. And, he's fluent in 13 million forms of communication, except for that one old Sith text writing that was on the blade. And for him to read it, they had to reset his mind or reset like his program to default, and he'd be able to read it or whatever. It was something like that. And I was like, oh, they're going to sacrifice C-3PO for their mission, for the greater good. Like, I would have been so great with that. I would have been happy with it.
Yeah.
And they did that again with Game of Thrones lady here. So yeah, 3, 4, and 5 have been nuts. 6 is going to be crazy tonight. Yeah, we'll fucking talk about that. More next week.
Absolutely.
You got any other fucking Kenobi before we hop into sports?
I don't think so. No, I think we're ready to roll on the sports guy. I think about hit that mark. Let's see. We can do our usual White Sox Cubs, or we can just talk about anything we want. I mean,
yeah, let's hop right into fucking the Chicago baseball.
There we go.
I think
I started off complaining last week. Started off hot before it got cut off, but dive right in. Go ahead.
Okay,
we'll pass back to you.
I'll take a couple little minutes here, talk about the Cubs again. Not too much good coming out of the north side. 4 games.
I figured you were gonna say that they've been a little cold, guy.
We had a little 4-game sweep over the Padres, and again that we got swept. When I say 4-game sweep, Cubs got swept. 4 straight home games against San Diego. They're hot right now. They're starting pitching Yu Darvish, Joe Musgrove, and what's the other guy's name? Blake Snell. Even though Snell didn't pitch in the series against the Cubs, their starting pitching has been on point this year. And then they got the MVP front runner in the National League, Manny Machado. They're killing it. Cubs get swept.
I saw there. I think he hit first base, maybe wrong a little bit a couple days ago. Is he okay? Is he still active?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not.
I think Fernando Tatis is still on the back burner.
Yeah, he's still doing wheelies on his fucking dirt bike, falling off and shit.
So yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3-game set against the Red Hot Braves, and surprisingly, somehow, we say this all the time, baseball is weird. The Cubs take 2 out of 3 against the Braves. Interesting little interesting little fact here that I heard listening on the radio, because Friday went golfing a little bit after work. Like I said, banged up my knee golfing. Had the game on the radio while we were golfing, and the Cubs get a 1-0 extra innings win against the Braves. That was the first time since 1989 a team on a 10-game losing or a team on a double-digit losing streak. Cubs were on a 10-game losing streak. Beat a team with a double-digit win streak. Braves were currently on a 14 winning streak.
That's
First
cool.
time since 1989 that happened. It's not cool because I bet the Braves -1.5. And of course, record-setting, history-setting fucking win for the Cubs fucks over my bet. So we get a 1-0 win there. I don't give a fuck because like I said, I had the Braves -1.5. That was a great bounce back game for Keegan Thompson, though. I will say that he got the no decision. I think he went 6 1/3, had 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. Last two outings, one against the Yankees and one against the Orioles, he got pretty roughed up. And to see him go out there, I think he went 6. Obviously, he went 6 1/3 scoreless innings. Braves didn't score. Had 9 strikeouts. Fastball was working. I went back and watched the highlights. He was dominating a pretty good Atlanta lineup. So good to see Keegan Thompson sort of get back on track. And then Saturday, the day before Father's Day, Cubs get a 6-3 win over Atlanta. Justin Steele gets his second win of the year. But this was sort of, I wish this would have taken place Sunday because it would have been so more, a lot more poetic. Wilson and William Contreras, the catchers for the Braves and the Cubs, respectively, they shared a moment. William didn't play Friday, but he started at catcher Saturday for the Braves. Obviously, his brother Wilson, I think all-star for the fucking Cubs this year, unless he gets traded to the Mets or the Yankees. They shared a moment. Their family was in the crowd. You saw their mother and father and their siblings and their significant others. Wilson went up his first at bat, gave his brother a hug, dapped him up. They shared a couple words there, and they went on to, play their game. That was a special moment. And the day before Father's Day, I know we saw it last year in the Packers-Lions game with new bear Equanimous St. Brown and his brother Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Lions. Their dad sort of had like the mix and match Packers-Lions jersey last year. The Mr. Contreras didn't go that far. He was wearing a Braves jersey and a Cubs hat. But just to see
respectable.
There were no phones, there were nothing. They were standing up, they were just rooting for their family. There were their sons right there, and that was an awesome moment between William and Wilson Contreras on Saturday. And just speaking of Wilson Contreras, he absolutely I just said I think he's definitely going to be the National League all-star catcher, come the all-star game. He's been absolutely hot right now. I had the fucking picture saved here on my phone. Why can't I find it? I'm stalling for time. Here we go. Wilson Contreras, as of Sunday, June 19th, after their 6-0 loss to Atlanta, he is first in all of these categories amongst all catchers in the major leagues. Batting average of 279, OPS with a 949, leads all catchers in home runs with 12. Leads all catchers in extra base hits with 20. He has 100 total bases, which is also first among catchers, and he has 13 hit by pitches, so he gets on base a couple extra times. So good shit for Willie. He's been fucking killing it. As far as the Cubs, not much else. We get our ass whooped yesterday, Monday, by the Pirates, 12-1. The Pirates' top prospect, O'Neal Cruz, made his major league debut. He had a good day. He actually had the hardest thrown ball by an infielder all season. I think it was like 98.6 miles an hour. Ground ball to short, threw it over to first, faster than most pitchers can throw a fastball. So that dude's going to be crazy. Him and Key Brian Hayes on the left side of the infield for the Pirates. That's going to be a fucking stable for at least the next decade if those dudes can stay healthy. As far as Cubs, that's it. I'll throw it over to you on the fucking south side and talk a little fucking White Sox. So
for
go
sure.
Cubs.
For sure. A little less complaining on this side. Sox are doing pretty well. I think 5 out of the last 7. We got some wins out of there, so that's pretty good. Tony La Russa is still here, unfortunately. So I don't know. Guess as long as they're not looking pedestrian, that's or the fact that we are looking pedestrian with all these injuries. I guess that justifies him still being here. Since we last spoke, the White Sox swept the Tigers, but we lost 2 out of 3 against the Astros. Besides that, besides game 1 of the series, we actually did look competitive, and it was actually pretty nice. Solid bounce back, not having Tim Anderson, Moncada, Grandal, Aaron Bummer, or Liam Hendricks. So it's pretty good on that. Excuse me. Still some questionable decisions in game 3, like why Adam Haseley was getting like crucial at bats, but whatever. I'm just going to continue to waste my breath about, telling and asking Tony La Russa to get fired. So whatever. Like I said, mentioned some injury names earlier, but like I did mention, great news. Tim Anderson is back and immediately made a positive impact in his first at bat. He got a single and later scored right away with the fucking cyborg Andrew Vaughn getting him home on a double. So that was awesome in Monday's game. A little scary, almost letting one slip away, on Monday, like I said, but they were able to step up I guess we'll find out who's going to step up in Liam's spot. Joe Kelly for today. In my mind, I would try and maybe lean towards Kendall Graveman. He's been pretty hot, but I also understand of not fucking up the mojo. He's been the 8th inning setup man. And like I said, don't want to fuck up the mojo, flipping him in the last inning. But I think we said that last year about like, is it really that big of a difference? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a major league pitcher.
I feel like pitchers and like NHL goaltenders, like they're so weird with their positions, and like,
I know it's just all.
And they're like superstitions sometimes. Yeah, like exactly. Honestly, it is mental for some of the guys. Some dudes, they don't give a fuck. Mariano Rivera, you throw him in the 4th inning, he's gonna strike everyone out.
Exactly. So I mean, now something I've just been thinking about, kind of been hearing. It's been the talk kind of a lot on some White Sox pages and shit on Twitter. Let's trade Moncada or Grandal. Or maybe both. I don't know. Who knows? Obviously, what I want in return needs to be of the same value. But in my mind, when you look at it, the replacements that we got for him right now, Jake Berger, Sebi Savala, Reese McGuire, they're not too bad. Like,
no.
Yeah. I mean, even with their mediocre at bats are just as good, if not better, than Moncada's regular fucking at bats. So, I don't know. Sure, he did go 5 for 6 right before he got injured the other day, but it was against the Tigers, and he got 2 of those hits against fucking position players. So whatever, that's on them. Sidebar: class act on AJ Hinch. Like, not even like being sarcastic. Class act on him for basically calling out his team and apologize, just short of apologizing for his team for sucking so hard, for having to throw 3 different position players against the White Sox on last Sunday or something like that.
Oh, hey, yeah. No, that was I forgot what day it was, but I remember what you're talking about because I live bet the Sox minus 12.5 where they were up 12 and they got that 2-out run to cover the spread. Shout out White Sox. That's the only bet I've won in the last fucking week. I've been ice cold.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it's the first time that the Tigers have had to do that in their long existence of, playing baseball. So like I said, he had basically apologized. I think it was the Cubs was the last team that to have to do that, throwing 3 position players as their pitcher. I think that happened like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe like 2019.
Yeah, I think that was the Rizzo game where Rizzo struck out Freddie Freeman. Yeah, I think it was that game.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, that like I said, I'm sure they held the team meeting and that fucking Tigers team got an earful. But whatever. Excuse me. Back to the trade talk again. I don't know. Like I said, if I might sound crazy, I mean, it might just be because of the disdain of how poor their performance is. But like I just said, Berger, McGuire, Savala have been fitting right in. Hell, even Danny Mendick has as many homers as Yasmani Grandal already has, and he's played I don't know 15 games probably. Whatever.
That's crazy.
Like I said, not trying to trade him for a fucking new washing machine and a bucket of balls. We need to get the same value back, whatever value it may be. And if the trade isn't up to par, then you might just have to live with them and just pray that he gets out. That they both get out of this slump / shake off this injury bug. It just needs to be what it needs to be.
Yeah, I will say over the last couple of years, the Sox have, other than like Nomar Mazara, because that dude sucks.
Oh, what a bust!
They've done decent with like these older veteran players coming in and producing. Like Brian Goodwin last year out of fucking he was a bench guy for the Pirates and came in and
DFA'd
won how
by
many
the fucking
exactly.
Pirates.
And then you got Josh Harrison this year, like you said, Danny Mendick and Reese McGee. That's what I call him. Target parking lot guy. They've been doing good, and the Sox have done that well over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's been a nice little move there. A shocking stat that I heard, and just, it kind of changed over the course of the last game on Monday, and it might change by the time this recording comes out. But the White Sox have been out homered at home 41-30. And that's just that may just shine some light on why the Sox have been struggling just in general, not just at home. Just their pitching, while their pitching doesn't give up a lot of runs, I guess it is the home run ball that makes a big hurt and difference. So
big hurt.
Yeah, there you go.
I do went deep with him in a fucking Diamond Dynasty game.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys last night. That was fun.
It's back. It's tracked to the wall, and they quit. That was hilarious.
I do want to end on a positive note. Just something that I've been noticing, and something I made mention to the 3 weeks ago when I was bitching and moaning like I usually do. The lineups have actually been pretty consistent. While I can't say that the bats have been as consistent every time. Can't say that every single time, but the lineup basically has been the same. Now with Tim Anderson at number 1, he's back again, but it was basically, if it wasn't him, it was insert speedster at number 1. Well, whether it was like Garcia or Danny Mendick or something like that. But now we see Andrew Vaughn coming in at number 2. We see either Robert or Abreu hitting 3 or 4. And then you'll find right after, basically, and you'll see Pollock right after that, followed by Berger. And then, by the way, Jake Berger just recently announced him and his wife are going to be expecting a baby boy. So congrats.
Hey, baby Berger.
Yeah, baby Berger. Yeah,
Junior Burger Junior, whatever you call it.
Like a Happy Meal on the way there, Jim.
Yeah, Happy Meal.
Yeah. And like I said, the consistency stays the same with Reese McGuire coming in at number 7 or 8, followed by like Adam Engel, and then throw in, like I said, Garcia or Harrison, whoever seems to be playing second base that day. So again, like I said, somewhat addressing the lineup inconsistency issue, and hopefully that continues to have the positive rise in the offense. That it's kind of been a little bit better, getting some higher numbers on the offense. While not everything doesn't always translate to a win, but let's get that. And it does help when Abreu and Pollock have been hitting so well like they have been. Andrew Vaughn, like he said, is a fucking cyborg, and TA is back in his same spot.
He is, man. Andrew Vaughn, that dude. Too many guys in baseball nowadays try and like hit the pitch where they want it. They try and pull everything, put it down the line, put it in the gap. This dude takes any pitch and puts it where the pitch is thrown, he's not afraid to take a slider low and away to right field. And that's just a lost art in baseball nowadays. You see it a couple, obviously with the anomalies, you see it with guys like fucking Trout and Manny Machado and like Ronald Acuna, but there's so many guys that just swing right-handed hitters that just try and hit it to right or left center field. And this dude, he can do that. And he can also put a fucking bloop over the first baseman's head for a single, that's
absolutely
awesome.
Yeah. And then just like I said, Tim Anderson, I guess this basically I'll leave it off with what Stacey King says. You can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him. So yeah, that's basically it. Just I'll leave it out with basically Stacey King wrapping up a bow on this segment. Go Sox, get some runs, and next time you'll see me, I'll be a proud owner of the new Luis Robert / Eloy Jimenez stolen fly ball bobblehead. So I'm gonna be going to that game this Saturday. Again, go White Sox. Woo, get some fucking runs. Let's go.
Ooh, let's see. We got a lot of other fucking baseball shit.
Yeah, I can stay a little bit. Can stay a little bit on White Sox related because Yermin Mercedes got claimed off of waivers by the San Francisco Giants. So in my mind, what that means to me, They don't need to sign Aaron Judge in the upcoming offseason. They basically got this one wrapped up. The only thing that's like not allowing me to bet money on it, it's not an odd numbered year. They only win the World Series when it's an odd number. So that would be my only takeaway from that.
I didn't know that. Yeah, definitely fade that.
They were doing it every other year when they were like 2013, 2015, no, they weren't 2017. They were 2011. I don't remember. Who gives a fuck? Just that would be my little takeaway from that. Did you have anything on your mean? Maybe you get a little.
I hope he gets
Carlos
another
Rodon.
shot.
Yeah,
I hope he gets another fucking shot. I mean, you saw what he can do when he was red hot with the Sox last year. The dude didn't get out until old man Tony La Rosa fucking ruined that basically, man. Yeah. So, that was a fucking Taco Bell burp right there. Number 5, no tomatoes with a Baja Blast, bitch. I got the Tums right here. I wish my camera was working. Ultra strength equate anti-acids. No free fucking ad read. Sponsor us, cocksuckers. Dude, if we can get them as a sponsor, dude, it's over.
Oh yeah,
I pop these.
Well, right now we got PointsBet code SYS9. Go get your free bets, and that'll help us out. There, Jim helps yourself out.
I pop these antacids like fucking Kurt Angle pops Percocets. You know, fucking guy with his neck. I got a gold medal. Yeah, and a drug problem. Yeah, fuck.
Very true. It's true. It's damn true. I'm addicted to Percocets. Let's see here. Next one I got here on the docket, again, kind of staying Giants related. I don't know if you saw on Monday night, the Braves gave Jock Peterson. I guess this is just the Jock Peterson podcast at this point. The Jock Peterson check-in podcast. He was given a standing ovation the other night in the 9th inning. He's getting pitched, or he was pitch hitting for whoever the fuck. In a 1-1 tie, nonetheless. And they, like I said, the fans in Atlanta giving him a standing ovation because obviously he was a part of the World Series winning Atlanta Braves team just last season. And I mean, classy move, and the fans got the benefit of that. The Braves ended up getting the win 2-1. So I mean, I just wanted to shine some light on that.
That was a classy move. I think before the game they gave him his World Series ring, and then the dude didn't even start the game. Like, come on, his return. I mean, I'm not going to consider
didn't get a hit until the 9th, like you said.
Yeah, I'm not going to consider him. I'm not going to consider him a fucking Brave. But I mean, you win a World Series with a team like that, the fans are definitely going to appreciate you. I think the manager should at least let him start the game. Come on, give him a fucking start with against his old team.
I'm sure he'll play the other 2 games in the series or whatever the fuck. So I mean, it should be fine. That's not too bad, but yeah, I mean, sure enough, we got all that. I'm going to show you something. I mean, maybe we can get some reaction to this too. Let me take a look. Let me pull it up just right now. I think I'm all set. Let me make sure we're all good. And I'll screen share this. So like I said, the YouTubers will be able to see what we're looking at, I think, hopefully. So let's take a look. Here we are. So this right here, if you can also see it right now, is the collaboration of MLB and Off-White, the Off-White brand. Like I said, this is the newest one. To me, these look awful. This jersey, this hat combination. And like I said, I'll show you the close up in just a second. In one moment, let me see. Let me click over. Come on, not that one. That's not what I want to do. There we go. You get the back of it. You see just giant holes, and like it's just giant holes in these jerseys where your name is supposed to be on the number. It looks awful. And I don't know anyone that would do this. And here's again a close up of the hat where not only is there one hole, you can go ahead and see through the hat if you truly wanted to, as if you shot an arrow through it. And I don't know, it looks like a shark bit the brim. There's a bullet hole through the other one. It looks god awful.
Yeah.
But to take it a step further, would you like to take a guess as to how much all this shit costs? Would you like
hat and the jersey?
Hat, there's a t-shirt, there's a hoodie, and a jersey.
Okay, so all 4 combined?
No, we'll do all 4 combined. We'll do this but I want to do it individually. Let's start off with how much do you think this hat costs?
Well, knowing it's probably some fucking yuppie LA fucking street designer no one's ever heard of, and they demand a crazy amount of money. I'm gonna go with the hat. I'll say $200.
Oh, you are close.
Ooh.
$260.
Oh, that's a lot for a hat. I feel a fucking
Oh
dent when
yeah.
I buy the $35 Cubs hats off of MLBshop.com. Like
Oh yeah.
that's already a lot.
Yeah. Would you like to take a gander as to how much the t-shirt is?
T-shirt, I'll go. That's definitely less than that. I'll go 85.
85 for the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Hold on to your fucking shirt, bitten shark hat. The t-shirt costs 355 American dollars. Yes. 355. This isn't the t-shirt.
God.
This is still the jersey. But I just want to give you another side thing.
Okay.
Now how much do you think the hoodie costs?
Okay, so if the t-shirt's 300, hoodie, I'm gonna go. I'll go 575, Jim.
You're getting warmer. You're basically doubling it. $630 for the hoodie.
Oh,
yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. This is costing you a pretty fucking penny. And then finally the jersey. This cheddar cheese fucking whole Swiss cheese fucking jersey with just, I mean, it just got the quotes
with these stupid quotes. What is that?
Like, yeah, I mean, it looks clean, but it's got fucking holes in it. Like, I don't understand. How much do you think the jersey costs?
Okay, so t-shirts 300, hoodies 600. I'm gonna go. Like this is a game of fucking what's that? The Price is Right.
Yeah,
we're gonna go.
This is the Price is Right.
We're gonna go 1175.
Oh, I'm sorry, you went over, but again, you're at least getting the hang of it. $1,030.
Oh, damn! I was
this
off
hat. This jersey hat combination is putting you $1,300 in the fucking hole.
That's unbelievable.
Jesus,
I don't know. Well, I know exactly who would buy it. The people who've never watched a fucking Dodger game.
Oh yeah.
And to expand on that a little further, I think I told you this maybe last night. My fucking favorite comedian to make fun of, Brennan Schaub, actually was seen wearing one of these fucking hats, and that dude's a tool
terrible.
Bag. He's never watched a game of baseball in his life.
I'll take it. Like I said, I just want to take a last little look at all three of these before I stop sharing.
Those are ugly as fuck, dude. I'm sorry. And like if there were no holes, they would be okay.
If I saw you at a Dodgers game wearing that, I would lace it up with mustard and throw a Dodger dog right at you.
I would make fun of you.
Lace that bitch up.
I'll take the fucking misdemeanor for whatever, assault, battery, just throw a fucking hot dog at you.
Yeah, that is horrible, awful. That's horrible and awful at the same time.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
That's terrible. That's just terrible. So yeah, but and on a lighter note, like we always used to do, we got a little bit of Father's Day. I mean, like I said, got some Father's Day good news, I suppose. One of those lighter, bigger than sports moments.
Yeah, one of these little
on this.
Yeah, one of these little heartwarming moments we got out of the Diamondbacks game. On Father's Day, one of their prospects, Buddy Kennedy, got called up, and I believe it was his third, maybe fourth at bat later in the game. Hits his first career home run. It was a grand slam. I was about to say gland slam. You and Mike got me doing that shit now. He hit a grand slam.
And shit,
yeah. He hits a grand slam. First career hit is a grand slam. That's awesome. And then his parents were in the crowd. They were going nuts. And just to one up it, make this moment even more special, Buddy was getting interviewed after the game. His father, I forgot to write down his father's name, but I'm just going to call him Mr. Kennedy. Dropped the mic from the rafters. Mr. Kennedy was standing there just talking about how proud of his son he was and how they was awesome to share the moment together. And one of the other players from the Diamondbacks actually came out with the Gatorade jug and poured it on the dad.
Hell yeah.
That was an awesome moment. Yeah. That was awesome. They doused the fucking dad. The father and son shared a hug there, walked off the field. Awesome Father's Day moment. We saw a lot of this stuff you see it every year: Mother's Day, Father's Day, sons and daughters, and mothers and fathers, and people, whether they're fans or whether they're players, sharing these awesome moments. Another one I totally forgot to write down. A young man and his father went to the Nationals game.
Oh, I did see that one too.
They caught the Juan Soto home run, and the dad was like, "I really didn't want to go, but my son's a big Juan Soto fan, and my son told me, hey, we got to get these seats right here because that's Juan Soto. That's where Juan Soto hits home runs. Where that's his power alley." And of course, he hits a home run right to him, and they catch it. And that was awesome. So,
and he said, "I've been going to games for 60 years, never caught one." Sure enough, got one on Father's Day. That's always just so awesome to see.
Yeah. Love to see those moments, man.
Whether that fucking story actually happened, whether they knew they were going to that game for fucking 10 weeks.
They probably got the tickets opening day.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care. They made my heart smile. I don't give a fuck. For one instance in that the gloomy fucking day when you're scrolling on Twitter, you saw something nice. So fucking be happy, because that was fun.
So that was nice. Awesome. And again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. God, I mean, thank God I got no little fucking rugrats for me running around. But shout out to fathers. Shout out to fathers. Father's Day. Hey, take it easy over there. Yeah, well. Yeah, that's always a nice day.
Another Father's Day sort of sports related thing. Instagram page that I followed on Sunday posted the odds on your dad to fall asleep while watching the US Open. And it was like minus 2,500. And people were just replying to the thread with pictures of their dads taking naps in the middle of the golf tournament on Sunday at like 1:32 a.m. And people were like, this was the lock of the century.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
See people posting those pictures.
I was seeing that, and I was also, I didn't make any pull the trigger on any US Open picks, but I was just like, you run with the story, like, who are the new dads? Like, who are the new golfers? Like, who's is this anyone's first Father's Day or something like that? Who's gonna have a really nice fucking day? So the only one that I would take now, I mean, I don't know what the upcoming event is, that Zalatoris. Just take him to make the top 10. He's made the top 10 6 out of the last 10 events. So I'm gonna go ahead and hammer
little
that.
Golf gambling for
all I know that does not happen very often. I hear one little tip, I'll take something like that. So I mean, if I can get like I said, if I can get a good odd, good value on, like I said, Zalatoris, I hope I'm pronouncing the last name correctly. He's basically up there every single time. He just hasn't.
Sounds like a Greek boy. I mean, us Greeks created golf, so I mean, we're pretty much the best at it.
I think he's coming like second the last couple times too. He's just short of making it, winning the event every single time. But he's been hitting top 10 last 6 out of the last 10 times. So I'll take that one for sure. I know we might as well. I mean, a little bit of golf, somewhat. I mean, because like I said, we're just finished up with the baseball. You got anything on this? You have any opinions on this live golf versus fucking US?
Yeah, I PGA saw it, thing. I don't know if I watched a little bit of it. They stream it all on YouTube. They don't have a TV deal with anybody yet. It was hilarious to see Phil Mickelson absolutely fall apart. He didn't even make the cut. He was like 11 over. He was throwing golf clubs. He was swearing up a storm. That's him, though. He's a fucking degenerate. Yeah. And then today, I know
that's why he's there, to pay off fucking debts.
Exactly. That was, I think we mentioned it. He got the $200 million and put it all.
But that's just like upfront money. Like that, he had the opportunity to win even more money, which is fucking insane. Just on top of already getting what he was gonna get. Like, I think whoever did win, or the guy that came in second was ranked almost in the 300 mark. So like, while you can shit on it for being like, so, I mean, like, yeah, being in like what a Saudi Arabia run fucking golf tournament and shit. Well, it's got blood money all over it. They're giving these guys opportunity. He's giving these guys that there's no names any chance of like actually making a living off this golf game. I think the guy, like I said, the guy that I'm talking about probably made as much money in that one check that he ever has in his entire life.
Oh, so, he definitely did. I forgot the name of the guy who won the first event, but they said he made more in that event than he did like the last 6 years combined on the PGA.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And today we get another huge name from the PGA, Brooks Koepka. He's one of the top golfers in the world. He just joined the Live Golf. Oh, wow. And he actually, we talked about it a while back, the little rivalry with him and Bryson DeChambeau, the douchebag of golf. And, you know, they talk shit. They get in each other's faces. They, you know, yada, yada. I guess it's entertaining for golf. But at the end of the day, these guys like get along. I feel like they just, when the competitor in them comes out, they sort of butt heads.
I
But
don't know.
at the
I
end
think
of the day,
they
guys,
really think that DeChambeau guy is a fucking piece of shit. So
yeah, a lot of people do, but I don't want to say it. Kepka sort of is too. I feel like there's sort of this, yeah.
Sure.
And he joined the Live Golf tour today, and he actually tweeted at DeChambeau. He's like, another chance to beat you or something like that. He's like, I'm gonna get the chance. I'm gonna get the chance to beat you again, and he tags him in a tweet. So that was nice. Like you said, we can sit here and ridicule or praise these guys, whatever. When you got $200 million dangled in front of your face, it's hard to say no to fucking anything.
Oh yeah, you're taking that 100%. You're taking that 100 times out of 100. Like there's no saying no to that. I don't know. I don't know anyone that does, and anyone that says they are already has $200 million. So I mean, that's just how it is for me. That's beyond me. Again, you probably see like the ratings. I think it's like $7.4 million pool for the Live Golf, and then compared to the PGA where it's like just under 5 million, maybe even less. It's insane. I mean, while the talent pool is much more in the PGA, the Live Golf is there's just so much more opportunity to make money.
Yeah, Charles Schwartzel was the golfer I was talking about, who won the first event and made more in that event than he did over the last 6 years in the PGA. So good for those dudes. People can sit here, talk shit. I had a list pulled up for last week, and I didn't save it. We didn't end up getting to this last week. There are so many other things that have Saudi money tied to it that people just don't realize and they don't talk shit about. One of them being the UFC. Like the UFC has a lot of Dana White had the island fights in Abu Dhabi, which has ties to the Saudi Arabian fucking.
I mean, there's that. They always talk about the fucking Saudi Arabian pay-per-views that WWE's been holding. Like they've been giving them a lot of shit for those. So I mean,
a lot of people talking shit and you hate America, you support 9/11, like all these crazy things. It's just like there are so many other big organizations out there that have dirty Saudi money connected to it. I think Apple was one of them. Netflix was one of them. I think I'm
sure somewhere down the line, there's some sort of
it wasn't Spotify, but it wasn't maybe it was Spotify, but it was another big like music streaming service. But a lot of places do, just because. Listen, think of it as this way: take $200 million away from them, fucking defund the fucking Saudis through golf. And then when they fuck us again, we use that money. We fucking Phil Mickelson has golf balls with TNT lodged in them, and he's just hitting nukes at them in World War III with the TNT laced golf balls. Sure. I don't know. I'm just fucking thinking all crazy, but no, it's hard to say money. It's hard to say no to that fucking money, man. And I don't give a fuck. Good for them. They're making money. They're supporting their families. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
They're not out there. They're not out there cutting off fucking heads.
Yeah, that's
even
true.
Though I think that would be entertaining for golf. You come in last place. It comes to a fucking two guys on the 18th hole, and you gotta sink a 12-foot putt for par for your fucking life, and you miss it. They just fucking cut your head off on live TV. That would make golf entertaining.
No, forget the water holes, lava pits. You just push, one
and you
small
have to play
move.
your ball.
Yeah, play where it lies in the lava. You better hurry up before it melts, otherwise you.
I just ripped ass. Thanks, fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah, there you go. Chalupas. I guess,
dude, they're out of Mexican pizzas
already.
I went through the fucking drive-through. One over here. Everybody in the area listening to this, the Taco Bell on 25th and Grand. And that they had a sign right below, like where you order, the little screen where you order says, "Oh, sorry, we're out of Mexican pizzas. It's been like a month. What is this?"
That's
you knew they were going to be in demand. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can't get wood and toilet paper and baby formula, but god damn it, we need the fucking Mexican tacos, the Mexican
Yes.
pizzas. Come on, figure it out.
Yes, please. If we didn't get into taco talk, I could have transitioned from one golfer to the next. So we could have talked about Steph Curry in the finals because he plays holy moly and all that bullshit. But I mean, I could talk NBA finals recap / a little bit of Bulls news, or if you want to talk NHL before.
Talk a little basketball. I think obviously, NBA season's over. We got fucking new champs, so we could talk about that a little bit.
New champ. Finals did conclude. Yeah, with another Warriors win, you can be disappointed, or not. I mean, I'm fine with it either way. A very dominant performance by them. That was just it was a good series in my mind. There was a legit moment in that first quarter where if you change the channel for 2 minutes, you missed a 22-0 run, and sure enough, that was insane. That was game 6 right there. Yeah, so I mean, and that was it for me. I changed it for 2 seconds. I think I was checking the Sox game, or I think the Yankees, and there was some game on the MLB network that I was watching, or something like that. And sure enough, bang, gone. Basically, the game was over. They completely showed out. They showed little to no life. Showed up a little bit in the third quarter for Boston, but sure enough, Curry and the gang just completely shut it down and solidified, a few legacies. Curry for sure. I mean, at this point you have to sit down and piece together a top 10 list. He needs to be up there. He needs to be at least considered, or he needs to be, if he's not right there, he needs to be like your 11 or 12 in some minds. I know obviously the hardos are going to put Wilt, Kareem, Magic, and all that shit, but honestly, you gotta be able to reconsider that and reshuffle that and all that shit. But yeah, Curry, you got that. Like I said, definitely throwing that up there. The legacy of the team itself, just finally, you can for sure label this a dynasty. If I know some people already haven't, but 4 championships now, being in the finals like the last 6 years, 5, 6 straight years, that should for sure solidify that this team is a dynasty.
100%.
Yeah, and Steve Kerr. Go ahead.
I totally agree. Like, Steph Curry has to be in the talks of top 10 of all time. You look at the other point guards through the history of the game: Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson, Gary Payton, AI. Shout out fucking points bet, our brother over there. It's Steph Curry and Magic Johnson battling for that number 1 and 2 spot right now. I'm sorry, because Curry just went out there and did it all by himself. I mean, there was a lot of talk in the previous years where it was KD's team. Iguodala won the fucking NBA, final MVP or whatever. Steph Curry did it all this year. Him and that fucking Poole guy were hitting threes from the logo. And I'm not the biggest basketball guy. I've said it a million times. I've always liked Steph Curry. I'll give the dude the respect he deserves, because even though he's chucking up shots from everywhere and changing basketball,
changed the game. Every time we talk about it, every time I say it, he's changed the game. Whether you think it's for better or for worse, I think it's for better. He's changed the game. He's changed the way that offenses and defenses are run. He's changed how kids in fucking training camps are being trained. They just immediately they don't learn to back people down and do a hook shot. Now they learn to dribble fast, dribble low, and they learn how to get it off the pass and shoot. And that's it. They keep getting farther and farther in their range. That's what he's changed the game. And I mean, you mentioned a bunch of guys that are true point guards: Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, John Stockton. Those are the true point guards. When you're like, who's the best passer? You'd probably say one of those 3 names. If you're going to say who's the true top 10 number 1 point guard, like you just said, you're going to say Magic, you're going to say Steph Curry. That's 100% correct.
100%. And with that, Steph Curry ties LeBron James with championship victories, which is crazy to think. Everybody sucks LeBron's dick left and right, and Steph Curry just tied him. Steph Curry is actually the number 2 on the list of active athletes with the most rings between any of the 4 major sports. Awesome. Obviously, Tom Brady he's up there with 7. But Curry, Draymond Green, Iguodala, and Klay Thompson all get their 4th. The only other active athletes with 4 rings, and this one sort of has a little asterisk next to it. The first one, LeBron James, and number 2, our boy Gronk. There's a little asterisk next to that one, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, Steph Curry gets 4. He gets his first MVP, Finals MVP.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. Obviously, you saw with like a minute left, he was emotional. He was crying. We're in a PlayStation party with our buddy AJ, and I love the guy, but he's like, "Why the fuck is this pussy crying, dude? Come on!"
Oh, I mean,
you dedicated your entire life to that, and you finally get it.
Put the team on his back for this final. He had the 45, 47 point game, and even when he did bad, I think he had the 0 for 9 shooting from 3 at 17 points. That team was able to carry him through that. This was while it was a full team effort, you still looked and saw like Curry was the guy in this team and this was the one that you could say this one was his. This was all him. And that's why all the emotion broke down right there, because no one really, while they're always in contention, no one was like, oh, flat out Golden State's winning this championship this year. So I mean, this was hard fought, and I mean, like I said, sure, and like I said, I'll give Boston their flowers too, because they had the number 2 defense all year, solid coming. You didn't really expect them coming out of the East. Like it was a dogfight through and through for them. So shout out to them too. So I mean, this was good.
Yeah, and a crazy little stat that I saw earlier. Everybody knows how Jason Tatum was sort of paying homage and remembering like Kobe throughout these playoffs. With his shirts and the weird tweets and him just talking about Kobe. Right now, Jason Tatum and Kobe Bryant actually have the same field goal percentage in the playoffs career-wise. They both have a 37.6 field goal percentage in the playoffs. So
weird.
I think he did it on purpose. I think he lost and he missed those shots on purpose just so he can have the same numbers as Kobe. Rest in peace, Black Mamba.
I don't know about that one. I saw the other one about his turnovers. He had over 100 in the playoff.
Yeah,
or in the
most of all time.
Yeah, terrible. So you got to hold on to the ball on that one. Just finishing off my thought on just solidifying legacies. My last one I had Steve Kerr's legacy. Just, I mean, as a coach, for sure. Like what, 4th now as a coach, 9th overall. He had 5 as a player.
It's insane.
Cementing without a doubt that he's a top coach for sure. I'm not going to throw him all. Obviously Greg Popovich and a few other names that are up there from the old
Phil Jackson.
Times. Yeah, 100%. But now he's got his 4th as a coach, 9th overall. Like I said, you could argue like, oh, anyone could have done it with this talent pool. Why didn't Mark Jackson get it done before him? Why didn't super teams that have come before them and established after them to beat them? Why haven't they been able to do it?
Yeah, great point.
Look at a team like Brooklyn or LA, stacked to the gills with potential. One got swept. One didn't even make it to the playoffs this year. Right there. I mean,
and Steph said it last year, like after the season, he's like, watch out next year. We're going to be right up at the top. And he called it.
Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show you, it takes a leader, a smart one like Steve Kerr, who's not only been there as a player, he's been there as a coach multiple times now. And it takes a guy like Curry to finally get his finals MVP, but he fucking carried that team on his back. And that was a well-established team through and through. I mean, that they deserved it. I mean, like I said, this was good on them. That establishes all those legacies. Like I said, Curry finally getting his finals MVP. Anyone that thought that Golden State was going to win and that they weren't going to give Curry the MVP again, thank you for your donation, I suppose.
Yeah. Andre Iguodala.
Max Andrew. People thinking that Andrew Wiggins were going to get the MVP nod. Like, sorry, dude. Like, no. Like, he can play. He could have been averaging 45 points a game. They would have still gave it to Curry if he just sat on the bench the entire time. They don't care. It was going to him. Like I said, it doesn't really pertain to anyone else. Like I said, just it was going to go to Curry. Just criminal again if you thought it was going to go to anyone else. But that about wraps up finals. I do have a little bit of Bulls news. Some Bulls rumors. I mean, nothing really for sure set in stone. One I'm kind of on the fence on. One I'm a little bit disappointed in hearing. I guess I'll start on the disappointing side. The hearing that we could have had Rudy Gobert in a trade rumor was really cool to hear. And in an exchange, it would have been an exchange for Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, and I believe a first round or second round pick was thrown in there too. Reportedly, the Bulls said no to that offer. And I'm sitting here wondering why. I don't know what the Bulls are trying to do. I don't know if the Bulls are aware, but they don't want like they want to get a multiple time defensive player of the year, multiple time league leader in blocks, multiple time all-star. They need to trade away their mediocre players. We can't have both. Personally, you know, I don't want both. I want Rudy Gobert. I don't want Nikola Vucevic, who can't fucking guard a house cactus.
I've said it. That dude's just an overgrown soccer player that didn't make it in MLS.
Yeah, and these other guys, Patrick Williams. He's every time you hear it on the broadcast, like, oh, he's gonna get in his groove. He's gonna figure it out. He's had a year and a half now. I get it. Some injuries. He's been injury plagued, but that should be a little, getting into the mindset.
A red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag right there. He's injury prone. Kobe White just shoots and he's a black hole. Just as soon as you give him the ball, it's basically like you threw it away. It's gone forever. It's either made or it's going to be a rebound for the other team. And a first rounder, fuck it. Who cares? Just having Rudy Gobert with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, who we'll get into on this other rumor that I heard. We're gonna have Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Have Rudy Gobert. It's a solid 3 right there, and we'll figure out the rest. They're able to get some role players on the bench or something like that, some cheap role players. That's how you stay competitive. And if that's not what the Bulls want to do, they want to stick around with these 3 knuckleheads. I mean, then we're not going to win ball games. I mean, we've seen for 2 seasons now what you're going to get out of Nikola Vucevic. You get dog shit. You get dog shit effort. All he wants to do is focus on the offensive end. And yeah, he's going to get 25, but you're not going to get the 40, 50, 60-point game out of him. It's just not going to happen. I know you're not going to get that out of Rudy Gobert either, but at least you're going to get some goddamn defense to make up for it.
That's exactly what you need in the Eastern Conference to contend with the Embiids of the world.
Who's going to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Exactly.
Who's going to guard Giannis? Rudy Gobert could guard Giannis for however many games. I think we play the interdivision games at least 4 or 5 times a season. He can guard him in there. He can guard him in a series. No one was going to be able to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo this last series. That's what we talked about previewing the Bulls in the playoffs. Who's going to guard Giannis? It proved to be nobody. So, I mean, that would have been the move to do. I know we're giving up a lot on our end, but we know that they're not getting anything special. They're not getting what could be Zach LaVine type potential or what could be Trae Young type potential out of Kobe White and Patrick Williams. Give them up. Cut the cord. Give them away. Goodbye. See ya.
Yeah.
We know what we're getting out of Rudy Gobert. You're getting hard hustle and muscle every fucking time. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
I got 2 takes. One of them is sort of, my real take. And then the other one is just another sort of like my Grogu Star Wars theory. The first one, I agree. I think the Bulls should have taken it. From what I've heard, they have so much praise and promise in Patrick Williams that they don't want to get rid of him real quick. He hasn't played as great. Like you said, he has been injured, but he is very young. What is he, 22 years old? I think
he is very young.
So
I'll give him that. I would love for him to make me eat my words and maybe become the new Jimmy Butler or something like that, grow into something. But
yeah, he very possibly could. And I think that's what the Bulls are banking on. Now, my other theory, and Nick, I think once I say this, you're gonna be like, Bill, you're on to something. Zach LaVine, I think it's pretty, it's not obvious yet, but the rumors are that the Bulls are going to re-sign Zach LaVine.
That's what I got.
Give him the max deal. Zach LaVine missed over a month last year with just COVID related illnesses. Who started COVID in the world of sports? Who spread COVID to everybody?
Rudy Gobert did.
Exactly. I think the front office is like, listen, if we're going to give Zach LaVine all this money, he can't be getting COVID. And if we have fucking Rudy Gobert coming in, touching all the microphones, touching all the fucking doorknobs, spreading COVID, we're going to give out max money to LaVine, and he's going to be on COVID fucking reserve injury list, however they say it, for even more time. I think it was 30 something days he spent on COVID protocol last year for the Bulls. It's wild. A stretch, but that's why I'm Wild Bill. We say the wild things here on episode 109 of the Degenerates podcast. I think They don't want fucking. They're gonna shell out the money for Zach LaVine. They don't want Rudy Gobert giving him COVID or any other fucking diseases that dirty Frenchman has. Yeah,
I like, that's somewhat in the back of my mind. That could be the a good crazy conspiracy to hang your hat on. I like that.
Put it on TikTok. We're going viral.
There you go.
Max Kellerman's on board with that. Stephen A. Smith, he'll listen to this. All right. You on to something, degenerates.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll agree with us. The normal guys like
I don't watch their show enough to know if they're stealing our takes or not. They fucking suck. So I
think the normal guys like JJ Redick and the actual ball players.
Yeah.
And
JJ Redick's phenomenal. I love when he completely just dunks all over fucking Stephen A. He's like, hold on, no, that's not true. It's just shit like that. It's like, whoa, no, you can't say preposterous shit like that, Stephen A. Yeah, I love that.
Hey, I think we're on to something with that little fucking take there.
Yeah. So I mean, you just made mention to it. The rumor was Zach LaVine supposedly going to get the 5-year max extension with the Bulls. This is the one I'm on the fence on, only because some of the issues that I kind of made mention to earlier in the season. Are we going to get the healthy, aggressive, going to take over a ball game Zach LaVine next year if we do get this max contract out of him? Or are we going to continue to see the limping, passive, I'm going to let DeMar DeRozan take this one, Zach LaVine? I don't know. Just like I said, basically all that we got last year. I personally, I said, I want him to take the step up, be aggressive, make it his team while DeMar DeRozan is still there. Be respectful, be strategic. Make it look like it's going to go DeMar, have a go LaVine, bang, right there. For sure. I see him in a Bulls jersey. Wouldn't want to see him anywhere else. But I won't be too upset if they actually do pull the trigger. So yeah, this is
I agree. As much as a lot of people say he's going to get overpaid, which I mean, basketball, you have to give the guys the max these
Everyone
days.
Gets overpaid now.
Looking at just the players that are available, it's a good move for the Bulls. I mean, look at the other upcoming free agents. A couple of these guys I don't want to touch. James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving. Thank you.
All three of those guys are just too for what their talent is worth. All the drama and shit that comes with it just isn't worth it. I mean, just Russell Westbrook's hard-headedness, James Harden, you can question his effort sometimes, his defensive effort and shit like that. And like you just said, Kyrie Irving is a fucking basket case. So I mean, what are you going to get out of him?
He thinks the earth is flat. I mean, the guy's
no. He said that he
retracted that.
He said he only said that to prove that like how big like social media can blow shit out of proportion. So like he's like, I don't believe that. Yeah.
So he's even more of a nutbag.
He was trying to open up he's trying to open up his third eye and prove to you that, man, it's not what they say. It's how it's everything like that. It's what, that's how they want to control you, man.
Yeah.
And, the only other around the arena and shit like that. He's crazy.
The only other free agent that would like sort of fill the Zach LaVine role is Bradley Beal. He's a little older.
I think they're locking him up too.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you got to do it. That's the NBA. That's all sports nowadays. All these guys are getting overpaid. I don't mind it. Resign Zach LaVine. Maybe try and make a trade for another fucking big man. Get someone in the draft. Get Troy's boy out of Kentucky, whatever his fucking name was. But
I think he's like a 6'11" point guard. But I mean,
6'11", you can convert.
6'11", yeah, convert him over to something else. I don't know, but otherwise it would just be like a Kevin Durant type style player. I don't know. That about wraps up basketball.
Don't mind LaVine coming back to the Bulls.
Yeah, like I said, that about wraps up basketball. Congrats to the Golden State Warriors. I'm sure Boston will maybe not be right back immediately to the finals, but they're going to make some noise. They're going to be a dominant force to be reckoned with in the East, unless they just completely fall off the fucking face of the earth. So who cares? You can talk about the hockey, but you can get on the ice rink now.
We'll talk a little
actual competitive series. It's looking like, so go ahead.
Yeah, we'll talk a little Stanley Cup Finals. Obviously, we all know it's all set. Lightning Avalanche. The Avalanche are currently up 2-1. Wednesday night, we got an absolute thriller overtime win for the Avalanche at home. They were up 3-1 early. Lightning battle back to tie it, force overtime. And then the Avalanche actually ended, I think, like a minute and a half into overtime. So glad I didn't have to stay up super late and, be tired at work the next day to watch that hockey game. Avalanche win game 1 4-3 at home. And then, it's rare we get it in hockey, but we actually had 2 days off. Game 2 was Saturday the 18th, and the Avalanche beat the fucking piss out of the Lightning, beating them by a touchdown, 7-0. This was the worst performance I've seen, not out of the Lightning, but just like a Stanley Cup final team, like a contender, in a long time. The Lightning couldn't get a fucking thing going, lost 7-0. And then they come back last night, Monday, and they get a big 6-2 win at home. They needed that victory because if you go down 3-0 to the Avalanche, I mean, kiss it goodbye. You might sneak out 1 or 2 more, but you're not winning 4 straight against the Avalanche. So, like you said, we got a series 2-1, game 4 coming up Wednesday night. That one's in Tampa. Amazing series there. Like I said it a couple, and I think last week I put a little future on the fucking Tampa Bay to win the Stanley Cup. Hopefully they can pull that out. Unfortunately, my bet of Andre Vasilevsky to win Conn Smythe, don't think he's gonna win it. I mean, the Avalanche score goals, man. Like for a goalie to win Conn Smythe, he has to be, 2 goals, 1 goal, shutting people out to win Conn Smythe. It looks like if the Lightning do get it, it's probably going to be Nikita Kucherov because that dude's just ripping it up right now. But we got a fucking series, 2-1, game 4 coming up on Wednesday. Like I said, this one's going 7. This one, I'm putting my balls on the line. This one's going 7. Yeah, I think
if
Tampa's
it does go 7,
it
would you do every game going up to game 7, take the over on it, and then take the under on game 7?
Yeah, I would say that game 7s are always tight, like a fucking nun, Jim. So yeah, I think I think the Lightning are going to tie this one up 2-2, and we're going to have a little 3-game set to determine.
I mean, that's what they did last series. They went down 0-2, went 2-2, and then I think they completely
won 4 in a row.
Went a little reverse sweep out of there, a little gentleman sweep. Yeah, this is going to fix. I didn't really catch the game because that was the night we were up in on the Dells, but yeah, sure, watching the recap, and sure enough, didn't even look like they showed up game 2. Made a better look game 3. So that was way to make it look competitive. And yeah, sure enough, they get a little bit of I guess the home field advantage, home ice advantage. That's makes this
sense.
I
mean, it's a real thing in hockey. It's 100%. A real thing in all sports, but in hockey, when you got that crowd behind you, especially that crowd in Colorado where they're singing like Blink-182 in the middle of the game, all the small things, like that's a thing that they do at every single game. They sing Blink-182 and teams get into it with the national anthem. We see that here all the time in Chicago. Playoff hockey, home field or home ice advantage. It's a real fucking thing. And I might just take the home team to win every fucking game this series until game 7. Game 7, everything goes out the door.
That's true. That's very true.
One other little piece of hockey news. Unless you got anything left on the Stanley Cup Finals.
No, not for me.
Okay, yeah. One last little thing. We talked about it briefly at the end of last episode. The Vegas Golden Knights fired their coach Peter DeBoer and immediately hired Bruins head coach Bruce Cassidy. I think that's a great move. Bruce Cassidy, he's done nothing but win with the Bruins. He just he can't get over that playoff hump. I think, like I said, in his tenure with the Bruins, he was like 230 and like 111. So the dude wins a lot of fucking games. And then, a big move, the Vegas Golden Knights, shortly after signing Bruce Cassidy, they go out and they trade for veteran defenseman Shea Weber. He's a little up there in age. He's not the Shea Weber we fucking know and love from his times in Nashville. But when this guy's healthy, we saw it 2 years ago when Shea Weber and Carey Price carried the Montreal Canadiens to the Stanley Cup Final. This dude is still one of the top defensive defensemen in hockey. And you add him to a team who already has, Alex Pietrangelo, the former Blue, on the back end. You add a guy like Shea Weber to that Vegas team. Hopefully they get they traded for Jack Eichel last year. He didn't start. He didn't come healthy until end of the year. You get a healthy Shea Weber and a healthy Jack Eichel and a fucking coach like Bruce Cassidy, who's a take no shit guy. He's one of those old school hockey coaches. Vegas is going to be a fucking scary team next year in the Western Conference. I think that's really it for fucking hockey, man. I know we got a little bit of fucking football before we talk wrestling. Want to hop into it?
Yeah. The only thing for sure I know on NFL, I know you got one thing right here. You got something for us, a top 10 little rivalries thing. But yeah, I guess the big news that we kind of alluded to earlier, Gronk, Rob Gronkowski announces his retirement officially again. Yeah, going out on top with the ring from. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I?
Yeah, he got the ring. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
he scored the first touchdown in the game.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah, finishing off there. Nice little career. I can pull it up maybe while you're talking, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe you got something on Gronkowski. What's that?
Yeah. I mean, I still don't believe it. I don't believe that he's done until he's actually fucking done. I feel like, I don't know, with the. It's hard to say no when a guy like Tom Brady calls you up and, hey, come play. You can play every other third down, red zone, goal line shit, throw you a couple fades. You're down here in Tampa Bay, beautiful weather, beautiful women, party fucking vibe, winning football. It's hard for a guy like Gronk to say no to that. So, like you said, he unofficially retires for the second time, but I don't believe it. Not believing it one bit.
Yeah, here we go. Now I finally got it. Now I'm awkwardly doing it. Hopefully add a little value to this bad boy. I got my little Rob Gronkowski figure. That was the only reason to do so. See that on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's holding the 24/7 title when he was hosting WrestleMania last year. So yeah, that hopefully, like I said, with the retirement, maybe I see him walking down the street and I'm like, hey there, guy. And he's like, hey, Grover, what are you doing?
Hey, I'm special. He has more time for those dumbass fucking USAA commercials.
Yeah, he'll make some dumbass shit like that again. Yeah. So yeah, no, good on him.
It might be the last we see of him on the field. It is definitely not the last we see of Gronk in the football world.
No,
I guarantee that.
They'll give him a show. They'll put him on commentary immediately. He's locked up. I forgot what comedian says it. He says, if you're white and you don't get a commentary, if you don't get a broadcasting job after your career, you fucked up somewhere. And sure enough, it's going to be another one for, just like JJ Redick, just like Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady's even lined up and he's not even retired yet. So there you go. Bing, bang, bong. So there you go. It's nice on him. What you had another NFL story.
That last thing with Gronk, I can see it now, how they do the Eli and Peyton Manning Monday Night Football. At some point, they're going to do a Tom Brady Gronk one.
Like, they could do that, or just the Gronk family. Just have a Gronk.
They wouldn't even be watching the game. Gronk.
Oh no, they'd be drinking, doing all fucking models, doing keg stands. Oh yeah, it'd be great. They'd
shotgun beers. They just start wrestling and fighting in the middle of the talk. They just beating the shit out of each other. And whoever the third party guy, fucking. I don't even know. Mike Tirico. Hey guys, can we fucking
talk about the game here?
Together over here?
Yeah,
they just beat the shit out of each other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was this last little thing you got in NFL?
I saw interesting little graphic. I'll post it on the Twitter and the Instagram here after we're done recording. But it was the top 10 rivalries in the NFL. And the all-time record between each team or between the teams. And a lot of these are a lot closer record-wise than you would think, except for one of them, and you'll understand why. Except for maybe two of them, actually. So I'm just going to go down the list 1 through 10. And I just thought it was interesting and just cool to see the numbers between these all-time franchises and like their records against each other.
I'm interested to hear, because when you think rivalries in the NFL, you think of maybe 4 or 5 off the top of your head. To get 10, that's going to be like They're gonna say like Rams Cardinals probably like at
No,
number
no
10.
Rams
No?
Cardinals.
Okay.
All these teams are in the same divisions as each other, and I would consider all these teams rivals.
Okay.
I would say
All
that
right. All
it's
right.
not
Fair enough.
it's
I
not
haven't
weird
looked
like
at the list, so I wouldn't know. So go ahead.
it's not
Fill us
like
in.
I don't know how to say it. Some people say like Cubs Dodgers has been a rivalry because they've met in the playoff. That's not a rivalry. Like they've just met in the playoffs. I mean, I'm talking.
That's just like a recent playoff rivalry.
Yeah, I'm talking
suppose. Yeah.
top 10 in division rivalries in football and the all-time records. So I'm just gonna go 1 through 10, read them off real quick. Number 1 on the list, Bears Packers. Packers lead that series 102-94. We got the Steelers Ravens. Steelers lead that one 29-23. We got the Cowboys Commanders. This one's a little lopsided, only 30 games, but we got the Cowboys up 75-45. Fourth on the list, we got the Chiefs and the Raiders. Chiefs up 68-53 all time.
Okay.
Fifth on the list, we got the Niners. The Niners and the Rams, which is 74-67 all time. I sort of understand. I was like, how long were the Rams in St. Louis? But I forgot that they were out in fucking LA before and they played the Rams.
Yeah, they were out in LA for like 30 years before they came to St. Louis for like 10 or 15 or something like that.
Yeah. So the Rams lead that, or the Niners lead that one 74-67. This one is a lot closer and a lot more games played than I would have guessed. We got the Eagles and the Giants, and the Eagles lead that series 88-86. I never would have thought it would be that close and that amount of games, but I guess that they've been around for
88-86 is the record.
88 wins for the Eagles, 86 wins for the Giants. So
okay, all right.
that one's a lot higher than I thought it might have been. Seventh on the list. We got the Bengals Browns. Bengals lead that one 51-46. This is the closest one on the list. We got the Falcons Saints. Falcons lead that one by 1 game, 53-52.
Wow.
Number 9.
You would think all those years with the fucking Drew Brees down there, you'd be taking care of business.
That they would have spanked.
Actually, the Saints were fucking god awful back in the 80s. So he probably helped a lot in terms of that.
Yeah, so before Steve Gleason fucking blocked that punt and got ALS, the Saints suck cock. Shout out Steve Gleason. Love him, though. He's a fucking all-time hero. Changed football forever. Number 9 on the list, we got the Patriots Jets. No shocker here. The Patriots winning that series 96-53. And then number 10 on the list, we got our second favorite team here on the podcast, the Detroit Lions versus winning seasons. The winning seasons have 55 wins and the Lions have 37. So the Lions' biggest fucking rivalry has been themselves, ladies and gentlemen. They have 55 losing seasons and 37 winning seasons. So tough luck on Dan Campbell and the Lions, Jim. I think maybe not a bold prediction. Next 3 years, they get 2 winning seasons. Maybe not this year, but balls on the line. Next 3 years, the 2 of them are going to be. I wish there
would be that big of a future that you could bet like 2 out of the next 3 seasons they will have positive records. And
that would be crazy if you could bet stuff like that.
You could bet a 3-year future. Oh, that'd be wild. Oh man. Yeah, so God, that's a great way to put it too. Their biggest rival is themselves. They keep beating themselves over and over again.
Yeah, winning record 55. Lions,
that's fantastic.
37.
That's fantastic.
That's just depressing. Like we got it bad here as Bears fans, but at least we're not Lions fans.
Very true. Very true. This is the farthest thing from Detroit, so that's good to hear. With that, we can basically wrap up with what we usually do, our little wrestling talk, our little wrestling segment.
Let's do it. I mean, we got some fucking big news coming out of the wrestling world this week. We gotta talk about. Yeah,
obviously, we'll probably dip our toe into some Forbidden Door stuff because obviously we've been making mention of that a bunch of episodes prior. somewhat of the car. I think, probably at least half, if not a majority of it, is basically set. There's still another go home Dynamite tomorrow to do, and then another Rampage to set up as well. There'll probably be a New Japan, something that they do in between that'll add something to that too. So I don't want to get too much into that. We'll maybe just, like I said, we can preview what's set up right now and get our overall thoughts on the event. But obviously, I think the two big, we got to talk about Vince McMahon. That's the biggest takeaway from this entire weekend. But I'll start off literally with just a nice little softball. Sasha Banks apparently officially getting her release. I think the lawyers are hashing out, so that's a little that's always a little hairy and all that bullshit, but hopefully they figure it out, and hopefully she's on the greener and greater pastures. I went ahead and also saw, like, oh, where's Naomi? She finally changed her name on Twitter to was something Fatu, because obviously she's married to one of the Uso brothers. I don't remember which one, but it looks like they're done and out, and that's just another big blow to WWE's talent and their roster in general. So I mean, I guess the question just has to be, where is she going to be? Is she done with wrestling? I mean, I'm referring back to Sasha. Is she done with wrestling? I've been kind of thinking maybe she's gonna go and do a little bit more acting before maybe she gets back into the wrestling. Give her break, give her body a little bit of a break, maybe make some actual good bucks and get what I didn't
make
know.
That Star Wars money,
make that,
baby.
Exactly. What I didn't know was really cool. Back in the day, Terry Funk, if you didn't know, he did a movie with I think he did one with like fucking Sylvester Stallone or some shit. He did an action movie.
Yo.
Exactly. But what he did that for, he stepped away from wrestling, is when you get like in a movie, you're a part of like the writer actors guild or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta pay some little fee, but you get benefits, you get health care and shit like that. Shit that wasn't provided to wrestlers back in the day. So this is also, cool on them if when wrestlers do dip their toe and go into the acting. It's always nice to think they're like, oh, at least they're, gonna get some benefits from that. I know obviously WWE takes a little bit of care of their wrestlers and shit like that, but it's just little shit like that. They always see the benefits of, throwing their hat into the ring of doing a little bit of acting. So, I mean, good on her. Maybe we'll see her in some AEW action. That'd be fantastic. Seeing as though that she clearly just wanted out of WWE, for obvious reasons. Like I said, we'll get into Vince McMahon little misconduct.
Yeah, I don't want either of them in AEW. Pay all that money to MJF.
Yes, very
tired
true.
of bringing these fucking WWE. No, I'm just kidding.
That can't lace my goddamn boots.
Sort of not kidding. I'm kidding, but sort of not kidding. Pay the man his money.
Yes.
What's the line from that one poker movie? Pay the man his money. What's that movie with John Malkovich? I don't fucking know.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! I have no idea.
Grounders?
Beats me, kid.
I'm gonna Google it while you talk.
There you go. Jim. I think that's good. We'll get on to the biggest thing that happened all weekend long was Vince McMahon getting in some hot water, getting in this little sexual misconduct news that came out, sexual relations with a paralegal that was in their company. I just have some bullet points of what is for sure, what is for certain, and then obviously, we can talk about and discuss what it is, what can happen from here, what is for sure. So what we know for sure is that it is confirmed 100% that there was some sort of sexual relation between this paralegal and Vince McMahon, and again later confirmed that she was passed off to John Laurinaitis, who's like one of Vince McMahon's boys. He's one of the talent relations
guys.
Yes
man.
Yeah, exactly. He's 100%. And they were passed to John Laurinaitis, quote, like a toy, was also confirmed. So not only is Vince in there, he's in some hot water. John Laurinaitis basically might as well be on his way out. If you don't know exactly who he is, like I just said, he's one of Vince McMahon's yes men. He was like Johnny Ace back in the fucking shitty WWE days, WWF days. He just rode around on a skateboard. He was like a shitty surfer gimmick.
We got some breaking hockey news.
Oh, go ahead. What's up?
Hate to interrupt you, but we got the NHL awards tonight, and the Degenerates Podcast's very own favorite goalie, New York Rangers, Igor Shesterkin, wins his first Vezina trophy. Jim,
Sick.
Love that guy just because of his name.
Yes. So, like I said, John Laurinaitis, one of the yes men, one of the just shit canners. He's gonna probably take the front of this. He's gonna get a lot of backlash because he has no skin in this game. He's not a McMahon. He's got no other connection that can probably keep his job in there. He's gonna be gone. Like it's probably just set in stone. And like I said, he brings nothing to the table. Just a yes man for Vince McMahon. Just to even add some, just to make him look like a bigger heel than what he already is. Everyone knows that he's a creep. There's a lot of stories on him. Go ahead and YouTube it, that he only hires women, and he only hires them because they're attractive, for, like I said, for the exact reason he just wants to fuck them over. While they don't do it on company time, they do it, in their own spare time. So it is done, whatever. John Laurinaitis is currently married to the mother of the Bella twins. Obviously, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella. Yeah. Brie Bella married to Brian Danielson. And then Nikki Bella was, I think, at one point having, a relationship with John Cena. And then I don't know, I don't watch Total Bellas or whatever. She has a whole new thing, whatever, it doesn't matter. John Laurinaitis married to the Bella twins' mother. She had brain cancer and recently. And this was all, apparently the timeline matches up that while she's, going through fucking brain cancer, like treatments and all this bullshit, she has it right now. John Laurinaitis is fucking this paralegal. So, I mean, it's just like I said, just wanted to throw that on top that, John Laurinaitis is a piece of shit. He'd probably on his way out. That's for certain. Just more for sure facts on this. It was said that this paralegal had a starting salary at $100,000 in year one, and then she got a raise up to $200,000. So 100% raise in just 1 year before being let go or getting the severance package of $3 million and having to sign an NDA. And that was confirmed. The obvious problem here, again, is just like the shock and awe of this 100% raise. Stockholders aren't going to be too keen on the thought of, money being spent as hush money under the smoke and mirrors of, it's just another raise given out underneath WWE. No, that doesn't just happen over the course of 2 years where you're given another extra $100,000. Maybe, probably, maybe 10. I don't know how this stuff works. But then just to get another $3 million on the way out. I think $1 million was paid in the first year automatically, and then it was going to be paid. The remainder $2 million was going to be paid out over the course of 5 years. So, like I said, $3 million to fuck John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon. A lot of people on the internet are like, not too bad, Jim. But like I said, the whole problem is Jim, it's on company money. It's on company money is what the stockholders and the board of directors are looking to investigate. And sure enough, that's again what they're looking to do, finding more NDAs that were given out by Vince McMahon and all that bullshit. And sure enough, more have been confirmed. Not a lot of news on what those exactly entail, but the big one was exactly this paralegal. And right now, like I said, the whole thing from all this, Vince McMahon had to step down as acting CEO and chairman, and now Stephanie McMahon has been brought up to the reins. I think this is just a clear movement for them, just to be like, for the stock not to just completely plummet, because this would be the first time in nearly 60 years, 50 years that Vince McMahon wasn't running the show from top to bottom from beginning to end. So This is going to be a huge change. I mean, whether or not he really isn't going to be, I think he might still be in the creative, seeing some creative, overseeing a majority of it. But if he's truly not there, the product is going to change, and it's going to be very apparent as to what, I mean, it's already bad. Like, we already sit here and don't watch Raw, don't watch SmackDown, barely catch NXT clips. it's bad to begin with. Not having Vince McMahon there is going to make it probably that much worse. And I mean, I have no faith in Stephanie McMahon to make it any better. In my mind, like I said, even with him stepping away, he still owns 80% of the company in shareholds. So if this is their effort to like take him down, he's not completely out. He still holds a lot of power. And I mean, I've heard a crazy idea that hell, he can make, if he finds the money, if he finds some sort of loan, gets into contact with the right bank, the right investors, he can make WWE private again, and he could just be all him all over again. Fuck all these shareholders, buy him out again. So he, like I said, while he might be down and out right now,
Vince McMahon shit that he would do.
100%.
Like he's a snake.
There's nothing that, like, even at this old age, like he's gonna want to go out on top. He knows something, because like you're not in power for as long as you are if you aren't smart. Like you can't take that away from Vince McMahon. He's a big piece of shit, and he's fucked over a lot of people, but he knows his shit. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like I said, the WWE, like this would have been a big hit without having like a McMahon in power. So again, makes sense throwing Stephanie McMahon in there. It kind of weird, like they kind of just shit on her when she like stepped away for, taking a leave of absence. But in my mind, again, that also leaves the timeline of, did Stephanie know about this whole sexual? She had to have known about this misconduct, known about this investigation that's going to happen, and then went ahead and stepped away because she probably just didn't want to deal with that bullshit, and then gets re-dragged into it because it's got to, you got to look good, like the fucking, it's got to, I mean, whatever. For the shareholders and for the investors, you got to have McMahon up there, is what I'm saying. Let me see what else do I got here. This, like I said, this will be the first time he's not completely in control. The WWE roster, like I may mention too, has never been weaker. Star power, the names, the talent, there's not people worth watching. Like the talent is weak. The product itself, it's just boring. It's just straight up terrible at times. And like they've lost all their talent to AEW, or they've just straight up let them go. And then they end up on Sam Shaw, Dexter Lumis just showed up on NWA, on NWA Power, which is on YouTube. So I mean, they're losing guys left and right. The people that people want to see. It's insane. AEW needs to capitalize. I don't know if I don't know what that move is going to be exactly, but they need to like see that there needs to be some sort of like stride to get more people to watch. And then this last little thing, I think I got one last little tidbit on this thing. It was a SmackDown appearance, and then later I found out I guess he was on Raw too, as just a way to spike ratings. I mean, whether or not you think it was good. I mean, good on him, I guess. He was being the most sincere he's ever been, truly, on that SmackDown appearance.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that. I got to go back and watch it.
I mean, my question is, was this him truly being sincere, or was this like, was this a guy being sincere or trying to push like a storyline, or was this a man that, he walked out there and he may have realized that he walked out on his own TV show for the final time? If this doesn't go his way, that could
he's done.
Yeah. Not only the SmackDown, like I said, the SmackDown and the Raw going out there doing a promo. If that's like the last little bow on what Vince McMahon is, that's going to suck probably for the diehards, but it just, I mean, a lot of people can get over it. He hasn't been a part of like storylines and all that bullshit, but like, it's still Vince McMahon. It's his own company. It's like hearing when when Papa John got kicked out of his own fucking company. Or I know he's a racist, but they still got the Papa John logo on there. You can't call Papas anymore. The Papa's
Isn't he back now?
I have no idea. It's all Shaq. Now. I've been eating Shaq-aronis from the beginning, so it doesn't matter.
Shaq owns everything in the world. I saw something the other day. He owns like 100-something Five Guys, like a bunch of Subways, a bunch of Dairy Queens, like 50-something car
like
washes.
A chicken shack he's opening. Something
he
like
owns
that.
A bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Plus, he's every bottle of what's that old stuff? John McMahon, tough acting, connected.
Yeah.
Boom. Now it's
And if
icy hot with fucking
he's not feeding you, he's taking care of your fungus on your foot, and then he's got to make sure that you got health care or car insurance. So he's with the general too. So he's everywhere, Jim.
Yeah.
Let me see. And he's also on tour probably as Diesel, the DJ.
Yeah.
So he's fucking everywhere. Like I said, just getting to his SmackDown appearance, not Shaq's, but Vince McMahon's. Just extremely polite. He worked the people. He worked the crowd, saying WWE's opening slogan, then, now, forever, and together. Making no reference to the investigation. You know, a small smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye as he walks off. And poof, the show goes on. The show went on from there. He didn't show up. He didn't do anything after that. Like I said, if this is his last appearance before like you announce him into the Hall of Fame, or God forbid, it's like, oh, sorry to say, if we're doing the 10 bell salute because Vince McMahon passed away, this is the memorial episode. Like that would be very fucked up if that's like the next time we see Vince McMahon on a WWE TV. It's just wouldn't sit well. But like I said, with him having so much power, it probably isn't looking that way. But I don't know. And a lot of people, it can go either way. I have no idea.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna throw this fucking take in with my Grogu take and my Rudy Gobert take. It's all a work. No, I'm just kidding. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. I sort of part of me like, really, you're gonna come out and address this live on TV, like with all these allegations against you? No. That's not smart. But obviously, there's been so much that you talked about that has came out afterwards that just shows like, yeah, this is for real, and this dude's in trouble. 100%. Like this dude's in trouble. Yeah. If this, like you said, if that is the last we see of not WWE, Vince McMahon, love him or hate him for the person he is, he's one of the best heels in like wrestling history. Like his character of Vince McMahon is legendary. Like him in the 90s, just alone with Stone Cold and the feuds they had, like he cemented himself as one of the best fucking bad guys of all time. You fucking love to hate the guy. And it definitely will be sad if that is the rest, or if that is the last thing we see of Vince McMahon, like you said, on his own show, on this company that his family, his father, and then him, he takes over and they've built for decades and decades and decades. As far as Stephanie McMahon taking over everything, I feel like she got out of it to spend more time with her family and her husband, Triple H, who had the heart issues and everything. We still don't know how. And it's
a shame exactly that he's just a bum one. If he could have, if he had a good heart or something, maybe he could take on the stress of and actually be like, the main booker, the main guy, what Vince McMahon was in the Attitude Era. He could take on that role, but I think it may be past him right now. Just like I said, the stress of it probably. Yeah, I agree. On his heart.
Stephanie already, like she had said, like she was done.
She's been there, but like it just hasn't done a good job. I mean, she probably knows enough, but just I don't know. It's just it does look good, having a woman up there and have it in such a big, powerful role. But again, like Vince McMahon is still kind of there right now, pulling some strings. Like he's not completely out of it.
She's good for like the branding, like 100%. Stephanie McMahon, she's good with words. She's good with children and fans. And she'd probably know how to make them a shit ton of money and make WWE. Like,
whenever they're presenting something, even in the video game, like when they're showing you how good this is, like I don't even know, like just like if you play the new 2K, when you do the general manager mode, they're like, oh, you're a general manager. This means so much. Like the way that the way that she's able to feed off the script and actually, deliver this bullshit. She's actually very good at it. So yeah, good on her. I mean,
as far as someone else that could potentially take over that fucking role, I got 4 words for you. And since Vince McMahon is already in enough fucking legal trouble, he's not coming after us to fucking shut down episode 109. You know what those 4 words are?
Huh.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money. Bring back fucking Shane O'Mac. Everybody loves him. Yeah, he had his fucking troubles backstage. He wants to get a fucking WrestleMania win over whoever the fuck, or win the Royal Rumble, whatever those crazy stories were. No, keep him out of the fucking ring. but let him run this shit.
That's the thing. I think he might
Keep it
be
in
too
a family.
he might be too far gone too. And that was also what's something to consider too. They're like, I think the board of directors, in terms of like investigation, they might also want just like, a mental check on Vince. Is he all there? Like he's taking some wild bumps, like for a 60, 70-year-old.
Those 90s chair shots were no fucking fakes. Those were real.
Those solid steel chair shots to an unprotected head, that's gonna fuck you up. That can fuck you up for years on end.
I mean, look at fucking Mick Foley with the Rock and him hitting him all those fucking times at one night. Mick Foley, now the Rock hit him so hard, Mick Foley's daughter's fucked up now doing OnlyFans. Like, come on, like those chair shots are for real.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're gonna check it. They probably will check and see if he's all there. If there's any sort of blowback from that, I mean, again, you would have to hope that there's some sort of protocol of like who's next in line, but that's going to be a dogfight to determine like, who's going to officially step into the booking in that power role. If Vince McMahon is basically 3 shits to the wind, if he's fucking playing with toys over there. So, I mean,
if he's playing with toys,
I mean,
he's
I don't
counting
know.
Clouds. 1, 2.
I mean, the last little takeaway from his actual appearance, it's a tough look to see fans, doing the bowing down motion. I know that's a lot. Like, it's been like the thing for Vince McMahon as of now. You got to pull that back a little bit, Jim. There's a time and a place. Just a tough look on that one.
I mean, Ric Flair pulled out his dick and they still praise the guy like a fucking god. Woo! I'm lighting this fucking candle right now. I'm sorry.
I can't smell it. No problem for me. Yeah. Like I said, I think it did bump up the ratings. They're usually hovering around 1.7, 1.8, 1.9 million for SmackDown. They got around 2.3. And then I don't think the Raw ratings are out just yet, but probably another rating spike right there. Whatever. I mean, this in terms of what comes out of this. Like I said, this could be the very last 2 times you see Vince McMahon, or it's just another bump in the road of, people trying to get him down again. It was whether it's not the steroid scandal or, I mean, there's other, I mean, sure, he's been fucked up with, I mean, the fucking Montreal screw job, whatever. I mean, just all the time.
The whole fucking times. Chris Benoit shit. They tried to fucking sort of pin that on steroids and WWE.
Yeah, it should be maybe just another bump in the road, or maybe this is it for this may be what takes him down. Who knows?
Tony Khan would never. He would never. Come on,
without a doubt.
And at least he'd pay the chick more than $3 million. Come on, $3 million? That's nothing.
Yeah.
No, Tony Khan, he's a sweetheart. He would never do that.
I mean, can even if he does get after that, what can he truly recover with this, this internet nowadays? No one really truly forgets. Like, I don't know. I mean, you might. I think TV, the WWE TV is able to censor and get away with getting signs out of crowds' hands and shit like that. But you can't stop the chance. You can silence them on TV, sure, but everyone in that building is going to know for sure. So I don't know.
Real question, talking about signs. Do the Degenerates podcast bring a sign that says something about Vince McMahon to Forbidden Door this Sunday?
If we do, it might get confiscated.
Botchamania will all be on there too.
Yeah.
We'll
bring our best. Clever. We'll bring our breast. We'll bring our best.
We'll bring our breasts.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. We'll bring some breasts.
I wouldn't mind
our best video game sign to hold up. That's always the thing to get on Botchamania. That's their segment. So I mean,
NCAA is coming back.
There you go. Yeah. I was
Welcome
like, Dad,
back, NCAA.
what's that? What's that? Is it when you're a gecko? Is it Gex on PS1? Is that what?
I think so. Yeah.
I want them to remaster that, and drop that.
Get the sign. Make the sign.
Make the sign. I'm getting the poster board right now, Jim.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely make some signs for this weekend. I gotta think of something clever.
I gotta think of something cool.
Especially with our seats, like those are prime front row, second deck. Like those are prime signed seats. You're not blocking anybody's view. You hang it right over the little fucking catwalk there. Good to go.
Exactly. And then it'll be at the United Center. We all know how that shit goes, so that'll be cool. Let me see. We got, speaking of Forbidden Door, I got the couple of the matches pulled up right here, right now in front of my face. Let's see. We got, this is just, a rumor and tease, but unconfirmed. We have Adam Cole or Adam Page versus Jay White for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. So, like I said, they've been kind of teasing this. It's not for certain. We don't know exactly who's going to be Jay White's opponent. He made it for certain that it won't be Adam Page. He also made reference that it won't be Adam Cole. So it could be someone entirely. They just make a new, announce a new name.
It could be both.
Yeah, it could be both. That'd be pretty cool too. So, I mean, that seems pretty cool. Going down the line as well, I see the IWGP United States Heavyweight title. I didn't know that they were going to put the title on the line for this, but Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. A little disappointing in my mind hearing that Will Ospreay is going to have a match with Orange Cassidy. So I'll pull it back a little bit. I do remember Orange Cassidy and Pac having a phenomenal match, but for what it's worth, in my mind, I still see that Orange Cassidy on that card. I'm not enticed anymore. I know the gimmick. It's just he starts off slow and then he becomes a wrestler. Like that's it. Like that's the thing. Like I know it sounds a little like old man yelling at clouds right now, but it's getting there right now where we need something fresh. We need something cooler. They can have the potential to have a great match. I wouldn't sit here and say it's going to be the show stealer like a lot of people on Twitter are boasting about, but they're gonna need to win me over in terms of the match. Will Ospreay is already it's gonna be a bump already because Will Ospreay is such a phenomenal performer in my mind. So that ought to be good to see. Any thoughts on those two as of right now?
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Will Ospreay. You and our buddy Mike, talking about him a little bit over the last couple of weeks since he's sort of come onto the AEW into the AEW world. He's looked great so far. I love his finishing move, the running fucking back elbow. It's different.
Yeah.
Something you don't fucking see. I don't know the name.
He has a couple other moves that he does. But I mean, he has nice cutter that he usually shows off in New Japan. But
from what you guys say, like this dude's elite, like 5-star match quality guy. And
I mean, he had a phenomenal match just with Dax Harwood last week.
That was awesome.
Great
so
match.
I think Orange Cassidy, he ain't afraid to do shit. Looks like he's 100% healthy. What was it?
That's
shoulder injury
That's at least
for him?
good to see, though. Yeah, he's 100%.
So I think, I guess it was a little thrown together last second. A guy like Orange Cassidy, definitely not on the level of a guy like Will Ospreay, but they'll be flying around doing some crazy shit. It'll be a fun match to watch. I think Will Ospreay easily gets the win. There's no way Orange Cassidy's taking his title off of him.
Not.
It'll be fun to watch.
And my thing, I guess, what tied into a little bit of disappointment was I was leaning towards Bryan Danielson getting either this match or a match with Zack Sabre, and now it might be looking like we might not be able to see him there. We might not see him at Blood and Guts. I would love to be positive, but a lot of people are, they're like, oh, he's going to announce this match. He's going to announce that. But if he's addressing two events that just haven't happened yet, it's kind of looking like, unfortunately, it doesn't look good. It's kind of looking like the concussion talk that they had in WWE where he had to fucking sit there and hang him up. So I don't want to sit there and say it's that. I don't want to sit there and be so negative, but I think we're not going to be seeing Bryan Danielson out for a bit. And honestly, that's where my main issue is with this card in general is right now, no CM Punk, no MJF, no Danielson as of now, no Okada as of now, and no Kenny Omega.
That's my whole thing. When is he? You thought this would be the great time for him to come back with all his ties.
I know injury with CM Punk, the background bullshit with MJF, Danielson getting injured, Okada, I guess. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. And then Omega's just having no word on it, nothing at all. And just like, goddamn, like there are good names on this card, but it just really goes to show that Tony Khan has done some bad. He hasn't drawn out the full potential out of these names. I'm sorry. It's the truth. He's booked some of these guys well, some of them not as well as they should have. It's just plain simple fact. And And now, like I said, with those guys missing, those guys not being on the card, in my mind, it's a big hit. And it was insane that this show was sold out, an arena sold out before one match was even announced. And now if I did see this card, I would be like, I wouldn't say I would be hesitant just because I'm such a big wrestling fan, but I would be like, oh, okay. I mean,
I wouldn't mind watching this at home.
yeah, you know? I could sit back on the couch and watch this one. I mean, I love Mox, but like this matchup is going to be probably, I don't know, it's going to be predictable, and it's a shame to say. What two matches that really pull me in and make me want to retract that is the potential for this four-way for this. I want to get this, the AEW All Atlantic title that they're going to be crowning inaugural.
That's going to be awesome.
Yes. Miro, Pac, Tama. Now they actually have it. Ishii. It would be Tomohiro Ishii, the Bulldog, the guy from we saw him on the Windy City Riot. If you were there, he had a nice match against oh my god, Minoru Suzuki. And then Malachi Black, it'll be either Malachi Black or Penta, pending Wednesday night's Dynamite. You think so? I think that.
I think he might win it all. Be fucking completely
actually
honest. Get a title.
I don't know. I don't know about
fucking title, dude. Get a fucking title.
No, I think they throw the title on Pac. I think they have to throw the title on Pac. Yeah, because
he's
the AEW guy.
I wouldn't mind.
He's the AEW guy that'll go international. If not, they can throw it on Ishii, because I think this whole idea of this title being brought into AEW was like, oh, another singles title on AEW. This might be the title that jumps ship from Impact to Ring of Honor to New Japan,
I didn't think of
back
that.
to AEW, because it's the All Atlantic title. It's supposed to be the Intercontinental title for AEW, and it's supposed to go international. That's the whole point. It's going to go to Japan. It's going to go to fucking, like I said, it's going to go to Florida when they do Impact or whatever, or Tennessee, excuse me. Regardless, like I think this might be the one that they give Ishii, they give the New Japan guy a shot. So I think that would be good. And then the other one, go ahead. No, go ahead.
One thing just regarding this match, obviously, like you said, this could be a show stealer right here, this four-way. If my boy, Malachi Black does get the win over Penta this Wednesday, and is in the match, we're fucking doing the face paint again. And I'm not doing the one little fucking eye. I'm doing the whole side of my face.
Yeah,
showing up
like
at the fucking use. Exactly. Yeah. I'm going crazy with. I'm gonna have my sister help me out. Hey, let me borrow some of the makeup, get some Q-tips out. I'm gonna go all out with that fucking face paint.
That ought to be really cool. Yeah, you'd be looking like a fucking guy from Kiss or something.
Yeah, that's my fucking guy, man.
Here we go. The second match that was really still drawing me in and making sure that I'm going to be sitting in my seat for sure. Winner take all triple threat tag team titles, Ring of Honor tag team titles on the line. FTR, Dax and Cash versus the IWGP tag titles, who are the United Empire, consisting of Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan, and then Roppongi Vice, Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. Winner takes all, both the ROH titles and the IWGP tag titles. I think FTR takes it. They're going to be on their quest for gold, and it again sets up for another perfect job, as they just gave Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, the AEW tag titles. What I was thinking. FTR, Young Bucks run it back for the third time. So like second or third time. I don't know if, okay, whatever. I think either way, whenever they run it back, it'll be a winner take all for all three of those tag titles. If maybe they get another one, maybe they take the Impact tag titles as well someday. That would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I want FTR to have all the gold.
Yeah, they need to win everything, get extended, stay in AEW forever. Don't ever go back to that shitty fucking place.
I said it, like I say this about a lot of guys. I don't know a lot of these guys. Like when they first come into AEW, obviously being, a newer AEW fan, and now expanding to Ring of Honor and Impact and New Japan, I'm sort of learning all these guys and watching them for the first time. These guys are my favorite fucking tag team. And not only are they my favorite tag team, like you just said with Will Ospreay, they can put on amazing fucking singles matches. These guys know how to fucking win. They're entertaining. I love their theme song. Some people give it shit. it gives me such Stranger Things vibes. Just
that or like GTA loading screen
Vice
vibes.
City, the Vice City loading screens. So
Yeah.
I love FTR. I hope they take this fucking gold.
Absolutely.
And then as far as Roppongi Vice, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I love Trent Beretta. Like this dude, he doesn't win a whole lot, but he has great matches. And for a guy who just came off spinal neck fusion surgery or
something
whatever
like
the fuck
that.
it was.
Yeah.
This dude takes some crazy bumps sometimes. So I love watching Trent Beretta. Now I don't know anything about the United Empire tag team, whoever the fuck that is.
Jeff Cobb is an animal.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. He throws people around, no problem. He's like a shorter version of, like, I guess you'd be just a powerhouse like Keith Lee. Like he just picks people.
And I love Keith Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's that type of guy. He just picks you up, no problem, willy-nilly, fucking throws you around. So I mean, that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's just going to open my eyes to more wrestlers I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And working with guys like Roppongi Vice and FTR, I'm so fucking excited just to expand my, how do I say it? Wrestlers database.
Yeah, exactly. Your palette. I guess. Yeah, exactly. Why not?
My wrestler's palette. Yeah.
Let me see. I know obviously Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa for the AEW women's title. So what? I mean, that's just that'd be good. Who cares?
I love Thunder Rosa, but Toni Storm, she ain't deserving of nothing.
Yeah, again, that'll be a good match. Just probably won't be a title change. I mean,
go get some nachos, watch it on the screens in the grandstand in the hallways.
Exactly. Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara just recently teaming back up with Jericho in this Jericho Appreciation Society. All three of those teaming up against Eddie Kingston, Shuda Umino, and the pure champion Wheeler Yuta. So Shuda and Wheelie. Was it Shuda? No, Shuda and Yuta. And then Shuda and Yuta and Uncle Eddie get to go up and take care of them. So
I'm gonna have to bust out my Eddie shirt finally. Yeah. You got me. Redeem these nuts.
Yeah, like this is a good tag.
I'm gonna wear that or the Malachi one, but if I do the Malachi face paint, I might have to go with the Eddie. I might have to go with the Eddie shirt. No, to contrast it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I've sort of come around on Eddie Kingston. He didn't shake fucking Jericho's hand or CM Punk's hand all that time back, and I was like, "What a scumbag!" But he's fighting for his daughter. He's fighting for the streets.
He's been doing that. He's been doing that since the mid 2000s. He doesn't shake anyone's hand. I love that. I actually didn't know that until a couple years, just recently. So I know people are giving this shit because it's so random. They're like, "Oh, Minoru Suzuki and Chris Jericho. What the fuck?" I mean, this is obviously you're opening up the forbidden door. Kingston just recently had a match with Suzuki a little while ago, if I'm not mistaken. Again, Shota Umino, Eddie Kingston, John Moxley all connected, as well as Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta just coming back from Japan. They were doing what was basically their cruiserweight division, having like a tournament, their juniors division. They did that. I don't know what happened in there. He probably did okay. But I think this is, like I said, all the star power in here. This is probably just going to further push the storyline of Eddie Kingston and the Blackpool Combat Club together storyline against Jericho and their Appreciation Society. And then just having Minoru Suzuki in there makes it a little bit better in my mind.
Yeah.
So
I think the best part of this match, we're definitely going to see Ty Conti out there.
Yeah.
So we're going to be able to see her in person. That's gonna be great. I might have to hold up a sign that says "Leave Sammy" or something. Leave Sammy for me.
Leave Sammy.
I'll fucking give her a bigger ring. Come on.
Last one.
Yeah, congratulations to them on getting engaged. It's Sammy's second engagement in the last year.
Yeah, this one isn't as homely as the last girl that he was with. So maybe they and he did the smart thing. He didn't do it on TV this time. Good on him. Good job. Last one we kind of already made mention to it. John Moxley, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Winner will face CM Punk to combine the inaugural and the AEW World Championships together. But yeah, like I said, this is something that they've been trying to do on New Japan for a while. I think they were kind of holding it off. But with CM Punk taking the injury, they kind of had to say, all right, fuck it. Plan B. Here you go. Moxley, Tanahashi right now. Like I said, I think that was 100% something they wanted to do on a solely New Japan pay-per-view, but you got to do what you got to do when shit like that happens. So this ought to be good. Moxley has taken the reins, obviously, in main event matches. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Okada are basically their number one, number two guys in New Japan. So it 100% makes sense for anybody that's not following the New Japan product. These are the top guys. This is your Roman Reigns. This is your Brock Lesnar coming out of New Japan. If you want to put it in terms of that, like I said, these are the right guys to have right now with these injuries in place. So going to be a good match. Probably going to see Moxley come out on top. I'd be very surprised. I wouldn't put it past. I won't be upset either way. But like I said, as long as they have a good match, close it out, and maybe we get some sort of craziness, maybe some sort of big reveal. There's been no mention of that. Like I said, maybe Okada comes out, maybe Kenny Omega gets his some sort of showing, some glimpse of him, because we've been begging and praying for that. So I don't know. I'll leave off one more thing before you can throw in any more comments on it. This is not supposed to be a one and done type of event. Tony Khan wants to continue. He wants to make this an annual thing. He wants to have Forbidden Door 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He wants to continue to have New Japan AEW collab shows. So while I am a tad bit disappointed with some of the talent that isn't there, there's sure enough going to be another opportunity down the line, in a couple of years, where these names can all come back and have matches together. So I'm not going to sit here poo-poo it ever. Obviously, we're going for a reason. This is going to be a phenomenal pay-per-view in terms of some of the talent pool that's there. You're little, if you're the diehard,
we're still not done
little,
yet. We still got another fucking week. They'll announce another match or two, I imagine.
100%. So I mean, like I said, I don't want to sit here and shit on it. I want to stay positive. This is going to be a great. Go out, go buy it, or go in the seats, the suites, whatever's left. Go and try and get some tickets, whatever. It's going to be great. It's going to be historical. Something crazy will for sure happen. I don't know what exactly that is, who's going to be involved, what the big pop is. Something crazy is going to happen. Some big reveal. It always happens. Tony Khan always makes it right, no matter what, no matter how crazy and ADD, ADHD the lineup seems to be, and the booking. He seems to pull it together. So
yeah,
good on him. Well, that seems good. Yeah. Whatever.
I got one other piece of wrestling news, not AEW or Forbidden Door related. Just as of 2 hours ago, it is announced July 15th, Friday, live from the American Legion Post in Franklin Park, Illinois. CSW is going to present In the Heat of the Night, and the first match has been announced. We are getting Vic the Pick Capri versus Davey Richards. Only reason I know who he is because he comes out to fucking Slayer, baby.
Yeah.
Hell awaits. Yeah. If it's not if they fix the fucking AC, I'd like to fucking go. If not, no thank you. I'm not sitting that with the fucking 100 degrees we've had the last couple days, last week and a half. No way I'm sitting in
that's
there.
That's gonna 100% gonna be a day of decision. If it's like a 95 degree day, I'm gonna have to sit that one out. I'm not sitting in a fucking
card's name is In the Heat of the Night. It should be In the Heat of this American Legion Hall. Because we're gonna be cooking in there.
Yeah. 100%. That was pretty brutal last time.
Sky Blue, our girl, is also.
I did see Sky Blue at the top of the poster. She kind of
stick her on there.
Yeah, she kind of acted like that was her last little go at CSW. But if they're gonna try and that'd be pretty crazy if they just kind of throw her name and image up there, and she's just not there ever. Just keep selling tickets on the idea of Sky Blue being there. That's it was gonna be very bad on that fat fuck. That fat fuck booker. Either way, that basically
he couldn't roll into the ring. I gotta go watch that fucking video.
Yeah, I'll recording
here because that dude. Has someone sent that to Botchamania yet?
No, I
that
can't.
should be on there. Send it. Like, holy fuck, watch this guy.
I think I can DM him on Twitter or something like that.
Me and you and Mike, we're all gonna send it to him. The more the fucking merrier. Watching that dude try and roll in the ring and
so funny.
Rebound off the fucking bottom rope and
so
fall
great.
Was the funniest thing I've ever seen in wrestling. That was hilarious. Just to
Absolutely.
see a live. I was dying.
Oh shit. Yeah, with that being said, if you got nothing else, we can wrap this baby up. 109 in the books. Thank you as always to Shoot Your Shot Sports. Thank you to PointsBet, code SYS9. Go get yourself some free money. Go get yourself some free bets there, Jim. Helps you out, most importantly, helps us out as well. Over here making, maybe make this podcast a little bit cooler as it always is. But it's pretty cool as it is. Yeah. Thank you for joining us over here. Thank you, Troy, as always. And what do you got?
One last thing. Congrats to fucking the Gator. He wins the match.
Oh, that's right.
We were rooting for Troy. I was rooting for Troy at least. Troy, I know you're listening. I'm proud of you. It ain't fucking over until it's over. You and me, we're gonna get together. I'm gonna take you to some mini golf courses. I'm not the best golfer in the world, but my putting has been on this fucking year, even with a bad knee. So I'm gonna give you a couple pointers. I don't want to put him on the spot,
but I heard he completely folded in the last couple of holes.
Troy, it's okay. It's okay.
It is okay. It wasn't completely like he was getting dogged. So it was a dog fight the entire time. So it's good to hear.
Congrats to that dirty fucking Gator on sneaking out of victory over our.
I heard Troy. Alan, as soon as every time Troy was about to hit the ball, Alan would start talking really loud.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
No, that's dirty.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Dirty.
He would
can't be doing
he would be chomping down really loud. Like that's just what Gator. He'd be swaying his tail back and forth, moving the water, distracting him.
I protest that match.
It's dirty. We had to have been there. I wish we were, but shit happens. But we'll be there for the match number 2. Until then. If I can enjoy the episode, enjoy the week, enjoy everything.
Like, share, subscribe, follow us on
like
Twitter and the gambling page and
the YouTube page too. We'll be look at our fucking ugly mugs while we talk some shit. Maybe you can look at those jerseys that we were talking about too. Either way, I want to eat some food, so let's get this baby out of here.
Kale McCarr wins the Norris Trophy. Woo! That's a great way to end the fucking episode.
Absolutely.
See you guys later.
Take care.